go. What's the ticker?
What's the ticker? Yeah. What's the ticker? Where's it at? What is the ticker? Where's it at? I got crypto in the bag, send the CA in the chat. Got an ape, another fact. Got a runner on the map, Solana sniping like a cat. And the SOE is moving quickly, I'm the squeezing where they at. I'm trying to bring the meme coins back, 1000x, it's gonna land. I got it chilling in the back, and the gas fees are gonna slap. Where's the ticker? Where's it at?
Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Tech. Good morning, Lamb. Giuliano, I see you. Good morning or good afternoon, Neon. So you're here too. Let's wait till some more people get in. Tech, do you have anything of a live stream ready?
Yes. I was just configuring it a little bit. I wanted to kind of like
Tick, are you available?
Yeah. Oh shit! Can you not?
Are you?
I didn't realize you couldn't hear me. God, I always do that.
We're talking to a closed mic. I see Kaini is in the house now too.
So yeah.
Welcome. Thank you for joining. We're just waiting for a little bit more people to join. I don't know. We had kind of a banger space yesterday. And even though everybody's bullish, it kind of felt like it was, I mean, maybe it's my experience. It was kind of like a little tame on the timeline, right? It was a little tame on the timeline.
Yeah. No, absolutely.
Regulars. Yeah. But didn't see a whole lots of, what you would expect when the market is like this. But I guess I had a fun time kite surfing, and then something happened. We were under the boardwalks, and it was kind of a child being tangled up in something, and I thought I'd help, and then everything went fine. I just got up and bumped my head into a thing with a nail on it, and so I had to get a stitch in the hospital.
Oh no way! Ouch.
Yeah, I was kind of like, what is this? And then I walked back, and then the girls were like, your head is bleeding, and I was just like, but yeah, it kept on bleeding, so I had to go and get a little stitch. So yeah, I have a bit of a headache.
Oh man.
Bit of a headache, you guys. But yeah, I had fun. You do something like kite surfing, which is pretty risky. And that all went okay, and then you just want to help out do something, and you just accidentally bump your head, and there you go, right?
Ouch.
Yeah, because it was a rusty nail, I had to get a tetanus shot as well, just to make sure, right? So, it was an eventful afternoon. And then I got home, and then I thought, you know what? I'm gonna, make pump my bags on Monad and have some fun.
There you go. And then you made it to King of the Hill?
Yep.
Nice.
I did. Actually, we're still looking pretty good. I hit the bonding curve already. Ha ha ha. I hit the bonding curve, so I missed that pump. I should have sold. Crazy.
Oh, did you listen to the song that I made? I made another one.
Oh, we got
Dude.
Play. I'm sorry. I was, a little
getting a nail in your head. You're getting nailed. Sorry,
Yeah,
I was getting nailed.
in the fucking head. Let's go. Oh, what
Dude,
is this?
this is a banger.
What are we doing?
I made a little music video promo too.
I know you want more, 'cause I'm gonna rock you.
Just give me all your money.
Like before, you wanna rock you. Before they, 'cause I'm gonna rock you. Just like before, I'm saying rock you. You already know I'm gonna rock you.
Yeah, that's a lot of rock yous.
It gets better. It gets better. Give it a second.
I know you want more, 'cause I'm
You gotta edit that out. That's
Yeah,
too
it's a
much for you.
little too repetitive.
Yeah.
But I just front ran you like I'm buying a store. You see it drop now. When you thought it was sore, it's too late now. You're wrecked to the core. I just tried you. Really sweaty and sore. That's okay. That's what meme coins are for. So I'm gonna rock you. Like I told you before, I gotta rock you. right here on the floor. Just let me rock you. You'll be back for more. I'm gonna rock you.
I love it.
Way that you keep going. I wanna rock you. Like I told you before, I gotta rock you. Right here on the floor. Just let me rock you. You'll be back for more. I'm gonna rock you. Way that you keep going. I wanna rock you. Right to the
All right.
core. You say
Yeah, I love
Yeah,
it.
you get the gist. Yeah.
I get the gist. I love it. It's just a little bit too much of the rug you. That I
Yeah.
want rug you.
Yeah. When I
That is like a little overdose.
Yeah, fixing it isn't hard. It's just that when
Yeah.
when I made it, I had some
Yeah.
stuff in there I had to edit out, and in the process, I think I accidentally made the intro super repetitive because I was trying
Yeah.
to.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway.
Well, that's one that I can try and I need to try and sing something myself. This is
Oh,
what
but
we're gonna
did
have
you
to do.
see the video? Oh, yeah, I made a little video too that's got this
Well,
like.
we need we got to we do it. We I just want to make I'm
Mhm.
gonna make a song for me, and I think I'm gonna call it "Wake Up with Wilder," and because usually when I hold space is somehow always somebody's morning, either mine or
Mhm.
it's like being a little bit enlightened, teach you about crypto life, right? And but then also a little cheeky, and I kind of wanted to make like a an extended video. Well, I don't, but I have that need, right? And so because my kid is really getting good at these videos. I don't know if you guys saw my good morning post,
Oh,
but I
it's
think it's
insane.
pretty fire, right? And especially now that she works with the V4, now it's costing a shit ton of money. I'm not gonna lie, right? This is not right, but it's cool, and she's being creative, so let's go. But yeah, I can do kind of like a wilder music video, and then but this is nice. I wanna because I can make it sing the lyrics too, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
I can make it lip, I can make it lip sync.
Mhm. Yeah, I
Oh
made
my
one
god!
yesterday. Did you see the one I made?
Hold on.
I made a
I'm
couple
gonna. I'm
yesterday.
just every time I talk to you, Tick. We need to have more like half an hour before we do
Yeah.
the space,
Yeah.
like a creativity sync, right? Like a
Yeah.
brainstorm sesh. Because
I
I'm
f-
always getting good vibes from you, and I know we play off of each other like that. Because sometimes you say like, "Oh, I just had a brilliant idea," just because
yeah.
I mentioned something,
Yes,
and
yes.
I get brilliant ideas too, and I constantly write them down, and then somehow half of it just never happens, right? So, yeah, because for the post and the videos, you need kind of inspiration all the time. Sometimes you just don't have that. But
Mhm.
I'm seeing Wild on a Rug, on a
Wild on a
furry
rug.
rug.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
there you go. There you go.
Oh,
Nice.
yeah. And then singing "I'm Gonna Rug You."
Oh my god,
Yeah.
yes, yes, yes.
Yeah.
That's good.
I agree. Oh my
That's
god.
so good. I'm
You
gonna
see it
and
in my
it's all
head.
seductive. Like I'm gonna rug you, and it's
But
and
yeah, wait
yeah.
for that one tomorrow, you guys. Wait for that one tomorrow. I gotta pay extra jazz me to have that happen on speed. But yeah. That is gonna be fucking fire.
That's funny.
If that all pans out. Either way, there will be Wild on a Rug somewhere, somehow, someday. All right, yeah. Welcome everybody. Of course, this space is always live streamed on X and on YouTube, so you can have some visuals of what we're talking about. Maybe you want to look into some stuff that we mentioned, and then you can go back to the recording on YouTube to actually see the visuals. I think that's very helpful to do with the space. So yeah, that's one. Of course, if there's something to show, if there's projects here on stage that are shilling, you're more than welcome to come on stage, right? Either to have a conversation, maybe you want to shill something, and maybe you want to shill yourself. We can do that too because we make the shorts of the shills and we blast them onto Instagram, TikTok, and the YouTube shorts. So if that's something for you, please come on stage. Either way, you're more than welcome to have a talk with us and be on stage. So with that, I'm just gonna invite random people. Just gonna go ahead
Yeah.
and do that.
I've gone ahead and oh man, look at the jumbo Tron. I've tried to kind of implement some stylization.
Recipe.
Okay, and then what else did I do?
Oh yeah.
Dude, is that lit? Did you see this?
Yes.
Yo, it's all original stuff too. That background, it's actually
Oh
there's
yeah.
no one else that has that background. That's all created. But
You're sick.
yeah. What else did I
I
do?
love it.
Dude,
I
and
love it.
then
Can you pull up my
the
my good morning post?
yes,
Sorry.
yeah, that thing was incredible. So you know what? Okay, I wanted to ask you too. So you have a surfer that you did. I did the same thing yesterday before yours got posted. So, but I don't think that your daughter saw my post. Did you? Oh, you guys. I was talking to Lamb about it,
No.
and Lamb was saying it's because that you were going surfing. But I was like,
Yeah,
dude,
we went kite surfing.
I was like, that's
Yeah.
so weird because I had made a very
Really?
similar video, yes, and it was just off the top because of the 1000X, and I was like, oh, let's do a video of him surfing in Fiji, and so I did that, and then I changed the sign that said Fiji, which I don't think there's a sign in Fiji that says Fiji, but anyway,
Mm-hmm.
I changed it to 1000X, and
Yeah.
but the video I did it in Kling 2, and the quality of the video was just phenomenal. I don't, dude. It's always so hard for me to find my own post for some reason. And I had tagged 1000X in it. I wanted to show it to you real quick because it's so similar to yours. It's bizarre, but it's also, you know what? I'm just gonna repost it into the chat. Come on, into this, and then so you can see
Yes.
the video because it's
Hmm.
pretty remarkable.
I saw
How
it. I saw it. I saw it flying by today when I was out on the beach on the shore. But yeah, no, I had it made like last night already because I knew. Well, we kind of were thinking to wake up the girls early and all go to the shore to do the surfing
that's so
because
sick.
it so happened everybody had like a study day or a day off, right?
Mm.
And so when that doesn't happen often, and so the first thing we do then is go to the beach. Go to the beach.
You
You
guys
guys,
have
what I
beaches in
was.
Netherlands?
Oh
What
yeah, we
what's
have
the
half
water
of the
like?
country. We have our country is below sea level even,
Oh
so
yeah, you live on a boat, don't
it
you?
sits on the water.
Not to
Yeah,
dox you, but
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, and so water sports are a big part of life here. I board quite often, right? But yeah, no, the waves are not that great. It's not like we're having Hawaiian or Okinawa waves, but the wind is always there. So windsurfing is always fun. Kite surfing is hella fun, right? So these things are, yeah, always doable. I actually have some of my own gear with that too that I just bring, and yeah, it's a lot of fun, you guys. I
Yeah.
always thought, if I wasn't,
Oh no. Oh
well,
my,
life.
that was so
That is
weird.
exactly what was my actually in my plan. So different things happened, but I was always on the beaches, on the shores, always surfing, always looking for the next wave. Yeah,
That's
yeah.
awesome. I was using that analogy with somebody recently that God, it was something to do with crypto and how it's kind of like surfing when you're like trying to
Yeah,
catch a wave and you see it
catch the
coming.
wave.
And it's kind of like when you're looking at a chart and you're like, oh, is this going to run up? And you're looking at like looking to the left and seeing like, okay, well, how's the activity been? Like, where did it find support? Where did it see resistance? And it's almost like catching a wave in that sense that you're kind of like trying to time it right. I don't know if that's.
Absolutely, absolutely. So, Quakey, you're asking to come up. Now, we have just one thing, right? We are gonna, if you're a project and you want to chill, we support you, but we kindly ask you to also support us. So, follow us as host of co-host if you want to be on stage, right? We live stream this space on X, on YouTube, and we use your content for the shield that you did for shorts to give you some to amplify your message, and just in return we ask for just give us a follow at least, right? um, I think that's not too much to ask here. So yeah, very good.
I put your, oh,
I'm
you saw
gonna
your
let
video
you.
on the screen?
I did. So before we go continue to any shells here, let's have a talk about this market because I know everybody is so bullish, and of course there is a scenario, there is a chance that we are gonna make another all-time high, and hopefully then a bigger one, more convincing all-time high. It is in the cards. However, we need to be doing a few things, a couple of things actually, that Bitcoin needs to be doing to get there, right? It is not guaranteed at all. So let's pull up that bitty bitty chart.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, everybody, of course, we had that massive, that dragonfly doji indicating some volume, but a dragonfly doji does not only indicate volume to the upside, right? That is all depending. Here the daily looks a little bit exhausted. I would have loved to see that that had a little bit more momentum left, right, on the stochastic on that daily. Yeah, the timeline is already going into these overbought areas here. So the first thing that we need to do is absolutely hold the 108 floor, right? Hold that 108 floor. If we do that retest to the 108, then at least maybe somehow that RSI will calm down a little bit more, right? Of course, we're dealing with that, what now has been ever evolving. There is some bearish divergence, right, on that RSI as well. When I put it on the just a little bit over the week on the days, and so, but that's a longer bearish divergence. Doesn't need to play out, right? So what the pattern is that I'm looking for is basically a bull flag, and this can be two types of bull flags. So typically, Bitcoin likes to bull flag with lower highs and lower lows in a channel down, which is if you are on a higher time frames bullish, this is a bull flag. We're macro bullish, so these things, even if they're looking to flag down, they are a bullish continuation, and that's why they call this a what bull flag. Another bull flag, another bullish continuation would be to continue to make slightly higher highs and lower lows, and that would be a channel upwards. Now, that is not very typical for Bitcoin to do. So there is that, right? But I'm looking for either pattern here if we're looking for something really bullish. So either we're going to get rejected again at that all-time high, which we are going to always get some sort of reaction from that, because we can clearly tell now. If you see the wicks on that daily, you can tell there's like a bears up there, and I see everybody coming, and they have their orders set just below that all-time high. So that is going to be a little bit of a challenge to get there. And just with what we have left on that momentum on the daily, it's kind of like, yeah, I don't know if that's going to be enough to pump on.
Yeah, yeah,
So
because we've already crossed over the
oh
uh,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
on the
Well,
RSI
to be
into the
honest, I
upper.
don't want to be a bear, but I don't see it. So what I do see is that we can relax something there somehow, hold that 108 floor, and then pump on, and then we can do it. And then I'm looking at 116 if we're uber bullish, 120. But I got to be realistic. I am, when everybody gets excited and so sure about the highs, that's when I usually, for me, that's kind of like a sell sign, right? Because the thing is that you can never be sure in a market. And when people are going to be sure, that's kind of like a euphoria feeling. And so, for me, it's kind of like everybody wants that all time high. I get it. I want it too. But the chart is not really clear on this one. It's not a done deal here at all. We need to have certain things in place for that. The biggest thing is that 108 floor. We need to keep that. And we do see that bullish candle on that weekly, right, that we closed with last week. Keeping my eye on that. But yeah, again, a dragonfly doji usually in an uptrend signals volatility in the on the upside. But yeah, that it could also be to the downside. There's also a percentage of chance of that. So that I'm very optimistic for Bitcoin moving in whatever direction, right? Even if it would retest, that's all fine. And we see that dominance, of course, is a big indicator that Bitcoin wants to do some more because that dominance wants to pull up a little bit. However, is that if that dominance is just releasing just even a little, we see ETH pumping, but not yet the rest of the tokens, not as much as ETH, right? So ETH sometimes will get up there and have the same volume as Bitcoin, you guys, the same volume, and then we're waiting for that outflow of Ethereum. But what we've seen the last weeks, instead of that relief for the rest of the market, we see big money trading Bitcoin, taking profits, trading Ethereum, taking profits, back in Bitcoin, right? So it's a 1-2 ball game between Bitcoin and Ethereum. And if you look at the in and outflows, that's very, very clear. And so no relief rally, no alt rally yet, right? The big alt rally that everybody wants, alt season, that is going to happen when Bitcoin is done with its bull run, right?
Mm.
Any pumps in the market we get before is not alt season. It's not a season. It's a relief rally. We get some relief, right? It's not going to be as much as we are getting in alt season. We're getting some relief from that constriction. That yeah, Bitcoin is holding the rest hostage here because it's just hoarding all the money, which for me is perfectly fine. Just keep doing that, Bitcoin. Go to 200K and then have an alt rally for the rest of us. That would be good. G. Yeah. Yeah, so we see that. Of course, there are some bullish tokens. I mean, Sui is incredibly bullish, looking very, very strong here. I guess everybody got the message now that and is forgetting about what happened with Cetus. And of
Yeah.
course, Cetus restored everything, so everything is back to normal there. So we see now the effect of people, all right, adjusting to that, forgetting about how that happened, and just pumping on. Of course, we see then the whole ecosystem, especially the utility, also pulling up with it, right? And then I'm looking at Deep, who did make some big jumps. And of course, lastly, on there, the memes will do some jumping with us as well. So, yeah, let's move on from there. That's the market. We just got to wait it out, you guys. If Bitcoin can hold this floor, we're looking really strong. We're looking really bullish. But, get ready for either way, right? Get ready for either way. Whichever pattern Bitcoin will make for the summer, that's where we will go. And we're going to have a good time in crypto regardless. All right. Hello. Well, Quakey, nice to meet you. Welcome.
The Quakey crew is here. Sorry, I was drinking coffee. Um, what up, Quakey fam? Stu Kwan. I was up in the space
Hey,
yesterday, dude. I was listening to.
yeah,
They specialize in the crypto music space as well as gaming
Oh,
utility.
for real?
Yeah,
Oh, I love to connect with you, Quakey. So happy you are here because a few years ago, I used to be in a lot of spaces with musicians that were making music NFTs and that kind of stuff. And I think for the music industry as a whole, this crypto is just too bullish, right? So, yeah, just supporting the artists and stuff. So, tell us, what are you about? Are you here to chill? What are we gonna do here?
yeah. I'm definitely here to share some stuff with you. I think last time I was in your space, uh, it was to say a quick hello to get to know you, and I was at work, but I'm off today, so I got some time uh, to share. And I definitely am glad to see that the community showed up, even without me having to send out a massive, uh, you know, share to all of the people that are part of it. Big shout out to Beamer Boy down there, Lady Never Scared. I did send the link out to my partner on the Quakey on the Rise NFT project, Stu Kwan, who also had a space last night. And I saw a tick in there. And that's pretty much what it kind of reminded me of the space that you guys have. Because Tick did a wonderful thing last time and he created a nice little clip for us then.
But yeah, this time I won't be rushed because I'm at work. So taking advantage of this moment to definitely have some of the founders of the ecosystem come up and talk because there's not one sole person that is in charge of Quakey. It's a community. It really is a community. And when people ask who is part of the marketing team, who's behind the marketing for Quakey, and the answer is we all are, everyone laughs or they're just confused. They don't understand what that even means. What do you mean
Yeah.
there's everyone is a part of the marketing? How could that be a thing? Usually it's just like a group of people, one particular person or what have you. But it really is a community. So that's the first thing I wanted to share with everyone here that um, we all work for Quakey. We don't hire anyone to work for Quakey because it's a coin that pays all of us. We're all founders. If we know it, if we know we're founders or not, what I mean by that is we build each other up. There's people in the space of the Quakey Nation that were listeners for a while, and we asked them, we DM them, hey, would you like to learn how to build your account up? And we did that for them, and now they're being asked by other founders and other projects, hey, can you do what you do for them for us, and we'll pay you for it. Sure, why not? So now they're getting paid for it. But we're not about we're all about building each other up and backing each other and supporting each other, and that's how we're able to grow what we got going on now with Quakey. So I just want to start that off by saying that. But yeah, thank you for this opportunity to speak to you guys. But Quakey is backed by an exchange called Block Quake. That's where the name comes from. It sounds like quack, kind of like a duck. And Block Quake is probably the better person to actually explain Block Quake would probably be the person that's involved in it. And Stu Kwan is here on stage. I'd like him to take over that part if he's available to speak about it because he can give you more.
Yo, what's up? What's going on? How you doing? What up, Jay?
Oh,
Hey,
what's good?
hello, Stu.
What's up, Jake?
Um,
What's up, Well?
What up?
I see
before
Beamer
you
for you,
guys,
man.
before you guys continue, because we are gonna do some clips for you guys to send it to Instagram, the TikTok, and the YouTube shorts. And so can take pull up something for you that you want to show an audience, right? Something bullish or something you guys are building, something I don't know, anything. So take and pull that up, and then when you start talking, right, we're gonna gather some material to put together these shorts for later. Of course, again, you guys, this is a space that is live streamed on X as well as on YouTube, so people can listen to these recordings later, especially on YouTube, right? But we are doing that extra clipping for shorts too. So just tell Take what he needs to pull up for you guys, so we can get that done for you.
Absolutely. I'm putting up a few of the clips that we have, the augmented reality, digital coins, the plaques, the platinum and gold plaques that will be given to artists after they reach their halfway mark in mints. These are physical giveaways that the artists and random people that have minted would also win. AR cards, we have playing cards that have the augmented reality ducks that pop out on the cards. They're available on Etsy. So just a few things I'm going to put in down there, and also our game on the Android Play Store that will be eventually on the Apple Play Store. But the first thing I put up to the top was what I was talking about earlier, which is the community. We have Quakey Africa, Quakey Belize, Quakey Southeast Asia. There's so many different Quakeys around the world, UK as well. So I just put that as the first pin tweet, um, because that's really where it's going. That's where it all started, really, with us to have what we have going on right now. So yeah, Stu Kwan, if you can just start it off and just talk about Block Quake and Quakey, that'd be great.
Yeah, nice to meet everybody. My name is Stu Kwan. I'm a business owner out in New York. I run an entertainment company. Plus, I'm the first investor of Blockquake Exchange coming out of New York. Just a little thing about what we're doing with Blockquake. We're coming out with an exchange out of New York. a centralized exchange. We're working right now. Actually, we worked with Congress, with Philip Ramos to be specific. So our CEO of Block Quake, Antonio Brass, has worked with Philip Ramos and different people from different districts, and they're pushing the bill that's coming out, the crypto bill. And Antonio Brass is the one that wrote the legislation, and through the district council, they're the ones revising it. But this is supposed to be the big bill that's coming out for crypto. So our exchange has the honor to help write that. So on top of that, Quakey was just brought to our attention. Somebody created and was like, we want to create a coin for Quakey, for Block Quake. So Antonio Brass thought it was a good idea. So he labeled Quakey as the exchange token for Block Quake. Now, just a little thing of what happened with Quakey in the beginning, it landed on my lap. So I'm not the one that minted it or created it. The actual creators of it was two creators, and also with the alongside Antonio Brass. The other two creators, when they all minted, the keys are already burnt, so nobody had controls to the token. And what happened was the first two people actually left the project. You know, we almost got rugged on the first day. Just to throw it out there, we had about 670,000 market cap, and then the KOLs and people that scammed us tried to rug the project and fell all the way down to about 58,000 on the first day. So after that, was like heartbroken. We thought it was over. I decided, since we labeled Quakey as the exchange token, I said, you know what I'm going to do? We have an opportunity now to put value on a coin, which nobody ever does on this space. Nobody puts value on meme coins. So we decided to take over. We asked the community to jump on board. We pushed the market cap back up to about 130, 140,000 with just the community. And ever since then, we decided to, you know what? We can't push projects with hype anymore. You got to build. So I treated Quakey like my own baby, just like Jay Connects treated it like his own and stuff like that, knowing that what we have in our hand, if we build an ecosystem around it and we move this project to where we got to go when the exchange launch, when people hold these coins, they're going to be able, if they hold a certain amount, they'll be saving about 50% of the trading fees compared to other exchanges out there, like the Coinbase, the Binance, whatever exchanges you're using, you're saving about 50% of the fees. This is going to create a hold on the coin, a buy and a hold pressure. So by doing that, and we decided, you know what, while we're in the process of getting exchange launch, I took the first step. I started building the games for the ecosystem. So we in about 90 days, we released the WebGL version of the Quakey Hero game that's out on the Google Play Store right now. We're working on
get it to the Apple Store, but everything takes time. Like, this is the first time I ever built the game before, and I ever did anything like this. And what we decided is that if we continue to build the community and build ecosystems around a coin that has 970 million tokens, because we started at 1 billion and we burned 3% from the beginning. So with this opportunity, we could go really far with the amount of utilities that we're putting together. So we decided, so me and the rest of the community members decided to take control of our own fate and sacrifice our own money, our own time, and put it into this project, alongside with the support of the Block Quake team and the CEO of Block Quake. By doing all that, I can't see any other project even doing anything remotely to what we're doing, from all the merch, from the IRL events, to the metaverses, to the music NFTs, to the art NFTs, to everything that we're doing. I don't really know. Quakey right now shows the greatest potential to, in a very short coming, to be a good project for somebody to really look into and really think about investing if they like what they see. But thank you so much for that little quick introduction.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you. Thank you for coming on stage and sharing all that tick.
Absolutely,
I
yeah.
have you got
Mm-hmm.
you got the stuff. You got it recorded. Get it done.
Yes,
You gotta
yes.
help me out a little bit today because my head is really, it's like pounding.
No worries. Yeah. So one good thing, or another good thing about the Quakey project, one thing that I'm very bullish on is the NFT energy drink, which Jay Connects is. It's a project that he's tied to, and I know that there is some correlation between Quakey and NFT energy drink, However, you guys don't really like advertise that you guys are like connected. You guys should bang that shit. You know what I mean?
You know what it was that NFT energy drink and Quakey. We have something pending, but we haven't really formally like came up with it. We will. The ducks. They did promise that the ducks will be on the next batch is coming out, but we
Nice.
haven't really formulated what we're gonna do. Because what I wanted to do is I wanted to make every can unique. Where if you buy a can, a Quakey can, you scan that, you actually receive an NFT,
Yep.
enter into a pool to win some prizes and stuff. So it makes
Yeah.
it like very attractable for people to get.
Exactly. Yeah, and that's the other thing is that then there's the opportunity to onboard people that may not otherwise be into crypto at all. Let's say they go to 7-Eleven and they see this NFT energy drink and a blue duck is like their favorite animal. And so they buy the can and then all of a sudden they say, "Oh, what's this? I get a free like token to my wallet for purchasing what's this," and it could just evolve into something that a person that may otherwise not want anything to do with crypto because there's a stigma that it's all scams and stuff like that. They might be more willing to accept the idea of a gift being sent to their digital wallet. That's just one use case that I foresee. That's what I love about things like this is onboarding people. And that's one thing that, Quakey does very well. I see a lot of people in your community that it could be an assumption on my part, but it definitely seems like some of them are not crypto native. Just the way that they talk about crypto and like setting things up. Some of the people that are in the community, this might be their first time in a crypto community at all. And I understand what that's like. I'm not knocking that. What I'm saying, that's a good thing that you guys are accessible and open to beginners as well, and teaching these people how to thrive in this ecosystem. That's one thing that I find to be a good thing, for what it's worth. But yeah.
Yeah. I just wanted to say, yeah, for us, it just wouldn't make sense to talk about energy drinks and Quakey yet because we're not there yet, right? It's
Mm-hmm.
yes, it's agreed upon that we're going to do something, but
Yeah.
you know how the space works. If you've been in the
Absolutely.
space long enough, speculating and saying the future, people will start to say, okay, it's probably not going to happen anytime soon,
It's
or it's
such
not going
a
to happen.
it's such a
You know
good
what I mean?
point. If you're saying I'm gonna do something, you're kind of just shitting on yourself anyway, because then you've already done half the work by talking about doing it in your own head.
Exactly,
It's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna
exactly.
do this. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna be I'm gonna have my own company. But it's like win. So, but
Right,
yeah,
right, and people will hold you to it. If you say,
yeah,
it's going to happen tomorrow, and then it
yes,
doesn't happen tomorrow, it happened next week, or it doesn't happen next week,
Yeah.
then it's going to be okay. You know what? These guys are full of it.
yeah,
So
Well,
that's why I don't even talk about it.
also sometimes that what makes a roadmap kind of bearish sometimes, because it's look, if even if it's a team that really means well. Things in crypto are delayed all the time, right? Some things are just, you think it's gonna take 2 weeks, and suddenly it takes like six.
yeah,
And so making hard promises like that always has me wonder. Yeah, because of that, right?
for sure,
Because
huh?
if you have experience as a team, most of the things will get delayed, and that's just because of how it is in this space, right?
Hmm.
Because as soon as you need more people outside of your group, right, and you're going to deal with these delays. That's just going to be a thing. So
And
that's
you
why
know,
roadmaps can backfire on projects as well, because you now give a time frame or even a date, and yes, right, it may not be even your fault, and third party delay something, and then all of a sudden your plans are screwed up, and then people are gonna hold you to that, rightfully so, right? So yeah,
yeah,
just add to that a little.
yeah, that's exactly how I try to talk about amongst the team because I've been there before. I've been there before with like previous partners and team members that say they're gonna do stuff, not do it, and then we have to pivot. You never want to have to pivot. Just under promise, over deliver. Make sure it's actually done. Like There's no turning back. It's
Mm-hmm.
already out. And then you can say, oh, by the way, we're dropping this next week.
Mm-hmm.
And then the wow factor comes in, and then the FOMO comes in, and then everyone's like, when did they do this type stuff? You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
Or they said they're gonna do it and they're doing it. Not, we're gonna hop into a space and say, okay, it's coming, it's coming. No, no.
Yeah.
We've
Yeah.
been
This
there before.
Yeah,
That
Silicon
does not
Valley
work.
syndrome,
exactly.
vaporware. Yeah.
That's that degen mentality. That's where it comes from. It comes from going into spaces, talking about what you're gonna do, and then when it doesn't happen, you have to pivot. That's what
Mm-hmm.
that is. That's what that is. We surpassed that a long time ago. We're no longer moving like that anymore, and it's actually working better out for us because
Word.
a year ago, it's officially a year that Quakey's been around. It's officially a year that this what started off as a meme coin, like Stu Kwan was explaining, is no longer a meme coin. It's no longer where it started from, but it is holding true to. I created a post today, like maybe 10 minutes before I hopped into the space, maybe 20 minutes ago. Pretty much took the summary of like one of the paragraphs and said what was being promised and what was being worked on. And if you look at the chart, you go ahead and take a look at Quakey, where it actually started to like dive down, like nosedive, in like this past 6 months. And then it started to, I mean, well, 12 months, I'd say. Well, yeah, I'd say like he said about 140 ish. It started to go down to about 50K, you know, going into January. And then from January to this point, we were able to build up the community, put out a successful project. People got paid in their Quakey rewards and airdrops. And now we're about to sell out another collection. And there's going to be a locked in liquidity pool that goes back to the actual token. There is another community member who's in here right now who has said he also wants to do that. He also wants to put out a project. I won't say their name. I'll let them say it for themselves. But we're 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 putting it out there that communities, founders of their own projects, don't need to make up a new coin to represent their project. Why not align themselves with a community that already did it, that knows the hurdles, that already had the ups and downs, that has survived it all, and is continuing to doing it? Why not just join forces with a community already doing it? Make that your token. Buy into Quakey, right? Of course, do your own research. I'm not a financial advisor, but why not do that and then attach it to your actual brand utility and say, like, you know what, 20%, 30% goes back in rewards and Quakey rewards. Why not do that? Why not make that a thing instead of trying to make a whole new thing and having the struggle? And that's what's been happening and will probably continue to happen going forward.
Yeah. There's not enough liquidity for everyone. There's not enough. The pie is not big enough for everyone to just keep creating new tokens that do the same thing. You know what? You guys, some bullish strategy that I've seen adopted by Pudgy Penguins, is they've taken their GIFs, like their little animated pictures and stuff like that, and they've somehow like partnered with Jiffy or some sort of GIF service platform where basically that's how when you go to like iMessage someone on your iPhone and you go to GIF and you can see the Pudgy Penguins collection in there. So there is a way to basically pay for space on the Jiffy platform. I'm not exactly sure how to do it or how much the space cost, but I know that Pudgy Penguins used that method to kind of just get more eyes on their project. And essentially, the takeaway is that like the cost of doing that is relatively low in comparison. You know, it's like buying like a domain page or something like that, but you're now getting eyes on your crypto project, which might not otherwise have any clue anything about crypto, but they might think that the little GIF animation is cute. And so then inadvertently they use it and then kind of like start learning about it. That's just one thing that I saw Pengu do. And since you guys have you guys are very focused on like images and NFTs and music and games as well, But doing animated GIFs might be something that you might want to look into. Just word to the wise.
It's actually funny you say that because our recent project, well, collaboration, I won't say project because it's not really a Quakey on the Rise project, which is my collection. The Quakey on the Rise art is attached to a music NFT and it's animated. So my artist Aquil has animated the our customs, my custom and Mose's custom, and Mose's attached 7 tracks of his music to the Quaking on the Rise art. So as you're talking about like animation, and that's just like it's not like full blown animation, like a full like movie or anything like that.
Yeah.
But it is a tease to the community because when we sold out our collection less than like 3 hours, it was a very small, limited collection on purpose. So I didn't want to do something big, have to deal with all the big headaches that come with a big collection. But I did a very small collection to build the base, to show improve, and to build off of that. And after doing that, now, well, actually, before that, the mint price was about 0.25, I believe it was. We dropped the mint price for that project back in March. And then now the floor is about 2.5. So they just basically moved that decimal the decimal over to the right. And leading up to that, you can see it for yourself. People never listed it less than 0.25. They listed it for maybe 0.35, 0.45, 0.55, one one soul, two soul, and people actually swept the floor and got those items because they love the art. They love the utility. They were still asking about how they can get the airdrops that was given to the holders after we minted out. People are still asking to this day,
Mm.
how can they get on that to this day? You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
it wasn't planned. We didn't know it was gonna sell that quick. In my brain, based off of the project and everything that was attached to it, I thought it'd be maybe about a month or so, maybe a month or two. I didn't think it would be. I would go out in 3 hours. So it just made me think about you know the preparation that a lot of projects do when it comes to marketing their brands, like a kid called Beast. It took them like years, a year or two before they even put their brand out. But it
Mm.
was talked about Moonsters a year or two before they even put their brand out. Right?
Mm.
If it takes you that if it takes a while, but people know about it, it does build up its own um FOMO, quote unquote.
Mm.
It gets people a lot of people intrigued because in a space like this, usually 3 months to maybe 6 months is how projects really drop their projects, or even less. They don't take them that much time
Yeah.
to put out the information. But the successful ones that sell out actually do. So that's something to think about for anyone in this space listening to what I'm saying to you. Take your time and build something, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And talk about it.
Yeah.
So I guess the anticipation for the project was built up, and limited supply was probably the reason why it moved the way it moved. But more so than that, the second collection, we already know it's going to do what it's going to do because of the first collection now. But yeah, go
Mm.
ahead. What are you going to say?
Um. Shoot. Well, you kind of got my brain jogging for a second. But I was looking at the Quakey Island thing, which the Nifty Island where communities play. I just realized I saw a shot with pudgy penguins on there. There was like a collection of them. So they it looks like they front ran you on that one too. I think, which I'm a big fan of what the Pangu team is doing. Those guys are great. But let me see. So, so I was gonna ask about the Quakeys Island event that you guys had. Like it was like 2 weeks ago. It was a Saturday night. I had to work that night, so I was unable to make it. And I just wanted to know, like, how did that go? Was it a lot of fun? And are you guys gonna be doing something like that again soon?
Yeah, yeah. So, it's all about, organizing the best time and schedules for everyone involved. Like myself, Apollo. Apollo is a founder of Quickie Coin NFT. This is the project that the main reason why we decided to be on Nifty Island is because of Apollo Utilities.
Mm-mm.
When you mint his project, he makes you a 3D avatar that's playable in any metaverse, including Nifty Island. And he's the one that actually made the website. He's the one that made the Quakey on the Rise page for my project.
Uh-huh.
It's all in house. He's the first NFT through Quakey on the blockchain. Quakey Coin NFT. He's the gaming NFT. He's a gaming NFT attached to Stu Kwan's games that are coming out through the Android Play Store and on the website. So he really is the core of all of this for collection wise and build wise, and he built the Quakey world on Nifty Island. So I decided, why not showcase the art in a fun way where we play different games. We could host an actual show, and it all comes down to scheduling. The last the last thing that we had, the last event that we had, I put my kids to bed, and they just kept waking up. So it was a big distraction for me to for that event. I had to end up canceling it. But before that, yes, and before that, yes, we had like 3 or 4 events before that, and it was a definitely yes. We're gonna bring it back. I think the best thing for me to do is to not do it at night. Maybe do it in the morning, when he's available, when he's free.
Mm.
So this way, I don't have to worry about them because they'll be at school, right? I don't know about anything really. Just be me. So it's all about scheduling for that event. If I had a type of job where my schedule was maybe different, what have you, then I would have worked out perfect. But we're still working a 9 to 5. We're still working,
Mm.
and we're also building at the same time. We're both fathers. We both have kids. We both have wives. So we have to juggle all these things together. But yes, absolutely, we can't wait. It's metaverse and music. We attach musicians to be a part of of the show. The last show we had B Swift. He's a DJ. He's also going to be a speaker at NFT NYC for La Bodega, Prisons of New York. We had him there to play his music, right? He's
Yeah.
also a rapper, and so by saying musician, he's a rapper, and he also mixes songs. Before that, we had Barbie Blue. She's an artist. She's a rapper. She's an artist from Nigeria. She was there, and we played her music. So we tie in the musical the musical artists
Mm-hmm.
with the collection during the breaks, and then we talk about and then we play the games in between. So we give like a little musical break in between every match that's going on.
Mm.
But yeah, that's how we tie in the metaverse and the music together, and we'll bring that back soon.
Yeah, I will say one thing that I really do like about the project is the boots on the ground. It seems like you guys love to show up and make a presence at different like events and things like that, like in real life, because you guys have a lot of pictures of yourselves like together and everything. So that is something I will say you don't see in a lot of communities, and the ones that you do see that type of stuff in, it's usually a very bullish indicator, because it's like, okay, these people are like actually showing up, and they're working for the project. They're actually contributing in a constructive way, and that's one thing that I must say, hats off to you guys, because you're definitely. It seems like it's taken you like a little bit of time to kind of kind of navigate this space, because there's so many things that can happen, and so many things, the fact that you guys got rugged by a bunch of KOLs, that's very unfortunate, but the fact that you guys have like come this adversity and kind of been resilient and able to thrive against the odds, that's remarkable, man. So great job, dude, and congrats to you guys for all the progress that you're making. And thank you for coming on and joining Wilder and I, and talking about this some more, because last time we didn't really get to deep dive it too much because the whole wind tunnel sound thing going on, and so it's nicer that we were able to kind of touch on this and in more of like a peaceful setting. So yeah, thank you guys.
Yeah, absolutely, bro. And um, you know, there's no every greatness takes time, right? You always can find out who are the real ones and who's gonna last forever in a space like this, because over time you'll see you'll see who's not really about this life
Yeah,
over
yeah,
time. Just give it time.
exactly, bro. I know like exactly what you're talking about because I see it. I see it. You know, I see it happening, and as well, and it's funny. You know, it just it's like and it's like no, yeah, you can't let yourself get discouraged by any of that. It's kind of like just stay focused and remember like what you're doing. Stay in your own lane, as they say. You know, it's like focus on what you're doing and remember why you're doing it. You know, because I'll get like distracted by whatever too. Sort of that sort of same discouraging environment and. I just remember, when you're dealing with people that are just like shadier or whatever, you know what I mean? And those people tend to weed themselves out, and you do see the good people rise to the top, man. Like, hey, listen to anyone that's actually like successful, anyone that has, dude, Murad. I'm not trying to like say he's the greatest dude, but he's got like like a 500,000 followers on Twitter, and he talks about how like the good always rises to the top, and I think that that's a very true statement because the bad actors stick out like a sore thumb, and like real recognizes real, and I feel like when the grass is cut, the snakes will show, and so I just feel like, just remembering to like focus on, what I'm doing in my own experience. I don't let that type of negative stuff discourage me, even though it can be like, it can be discouraging because like, when you feel like you're trying to like stay righteous and do the right thing, but maybe, like why am I not getting any recognition for this? Why doesn't anyone appreciate the fact that I'm doing the right thing while everyone else is doing the wrong thing? It's like, no, it's not about that at all. It's about doing it because you love it. You love, and I don't know. I don't really know where I'm going with that philosophy, but yeah, I agree with what you're saying. Absolutely.
Yeah.
There we go. She's like, you're done. That's funny. But anywho, let's
He's like,
see.
no, bye bye now. That's not what I meant at all. I have to apologize, you guys. I got bumped on the head with a piece of wood with a nail in it. I got a little stitch made in my head, but it's kind of like and when the thing starts to wear out, right? Where how do you call that?
A painkiller
Yeah.
or the
No,
adrenaline?
no, it's when you got a few injections so you don't feel anything. How you can say that in
Oh,
English?
anesthetic.
Yeah, you get anesthetic, and so, but it's kind of wearing off, and it's just kind of really starts to,
Oh, I'm
just
gonna go get some.
gradually. But I just wanted to open a space regardless. But you know what?
Thank you.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm about to go get some
I'm just
too.
sitting here being so distracted by that feeling
Mm.
of somebody with a hammer in your head. Um, doing that. But I'm gonna be all right. I'm gonna be all right.
Yeah, I'm
But
about
I'm
to go
just
get.
so excited, so excited about projects that are working with DJs, with
Mm-hmm.
musicians in general, vocal artists, whatever, right? Because I think that is a neglected area,
Yeah.
and well, not neglected. I mean, uncharted territory, right?
Mm-hmm.
So for by a lot, and so. If you know people around you that make music, right, that love what they're doing, and they gonna get a grip in Web 2, then please tell them, right, that crypto also can play a role for them and hook up, right? That's just and you are also so right about, look, it's not, sometimes it's just about being consistent over time to be successful, you guys. That is the recipe.
Mm-hmm.
And this is why, in the end, the last one standing should be you, and then you win by default. Yeah. So, sometimes you don't need to even overthink and overachieve. You just need to achieve what you need to do on the daily, and keep chipping away at that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Focus
Mm-hmm.
in on something and keep doing that. And so, because a lot of people, 90% of people will give up just before they are turning to be successful.
Mm-hmm.
Some
That's a
things
great
take
point.
time. It is.
Um, I love what you said about the music thing too, because that is a great point that you made. Because yeah, we see meme coins with utility, we see meme coins with gaming, we see meme coins with NFTs and all this stuff. But the music is very much something that we do not see very much of at all. Think about the last time you went on your crypto Twitter and saw anything about music NFTs. I'm not talking to the Quakey guys because obviously your timeline's full of it. But everyone
Yeah.
else, dude, I don't have one music NFT popping up on my timeline ever, except for the Quakey
Oh
guys
yeah,
and
it
Stu
was
Kwan.
up and
So,
coming last bull run, right? Last bull run, we saw a little bit more of it, and of course,
yeah.
like I always say, like Dill had this big hit with GM, and of course there was this token GM. I don't know if you guys remember that. I don't know if you guys were there last bull run, but there was this big project called GM, right? And he had that song GM, and it really took off, right? Especially because everybody's bullish and vibing and all season, right? So and things are just pumping to high heaven. So and that's where music and really when these music NFTs then come out for projects and stuff. Oh my god, everybody's gonna there's gonna be hundreds of people in the spaces vibing out to the music, right? And so yeah, to monetize yourself as an artist with using crypto, you're not being gate kept by record labels and other stuff out there, right? Because that is gate kept heavily. uh, so they have an avenue to express themselves and then also monetize, so you can make it your work. You can turn something that you love and that you're talented at doing into an income, and you can use crypto for that. But especially last bull run, yes, we did see these upcoming artists making these music NFTs, especially for the bigger communities. And yeah, it's a lot of fun. And so I think it's going to be a thing again, right? It should be. I'm a big fan. And also, when you're a DJ and you have a DJ set, I mean, look, this is as clear as it can get, right? And I think a lot of people in crypto would love to support people with their crypto too. I mean, I would, if my favorite DJs would create music NFTs for their DJ sets,
Yeah.
I would buy that. I would rather pay them directly than
Mm-hmm.
some sort of platform that I need to pay some sort of monthly fee to have access to that and all time and have that song or
Mm-hmm.
that DJ set, right? And even if I need to pay double, I'd rather have it support an artist than pay some major big overarching company, because I know that they only get like a really really tiny cut of that, if in any. So
I'm glad
Geo.
you mentioned. I'm
Oh,
glad you,
sorry.
real quick. I'm glad you mentioned that only for the simple fact that that DJ Stu Kwan also raps and has music on the blockchain. But
Yeah.
not only that, last night he has a space every Tuesday called Macau's Mix, where he plays Web3 music at a nightclub that he works at, that he's a
Whoa.
resident
Oh, love
DJ
it.
for.
Wow.
Yeah.
He plays Web3 music, and how he gets to meet all these amazing artists in the space
Yeah.
is that he has a show on Tuesdays, and they come to his space. If it's good enough, if he likes it, they'll send it to him, and he'll play it live in New York City for hundreds of people to listen to and dance to and vibe with.
I love
Um,
it.
yeah, in real time, that's happening already.
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
that is so great. I'd love to see that. See, that's what that it is, another bridge. I mean, music is such a, I mean, for me, it's a big part of my life. I think for everybody, we have that area with music, right? Whatever type of music you like. And so I think it can be not only just like I said, support the artist and monetize the artist this way, but also that we bridge to crypto with this, right? And it's because it's such a big part of our lives and a fun part of our lives even. And so it's a perfect bridge for Web 2 and Web 3. Geo, you have your hand up, high five.
Hey, 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 hey. First,
Hey.
I want to start by saying, wow, thank you for taking your time opening the space. While I understand the anesthesia and the feeling behind it once it's gone,
Oh
believe
my
me,
god.
I get it. It's the worst feeling. I hope you could find yourself a Tylenol or something because just gonna get a little worse, but just get some ice.
Oh,
Hopefully,
I know.
just
I know.
yeah,
It's
hopefully you'll be okay. Cause I know the pain. It's not a good pain. It's not a good feeling. So I feel for you, and I hope that you get better. With that being said, I also love the fact that you was talking about the music. This is the best thing about this, right? Because not only are you investing in the artists themselves, but the fact that you have the ability to talk to that artist face, and that's when I say face to face, we do in real life events. So that's what makes it worthwhile too, because we don't only play your music and collaborate with many NFT artists out there, musicians, but we also give them that platform for they can actually perform live. And and meeting these people after meeting them in spaces to actually meet them in real life is a whole different ball game. It's just like wow. But as far as in the GM coin, I remember that like if it was yesterday. In case anybody don't know, me and Stu, we've been in spaces since
I love it.
2020. Yeah, we've been in
Oh,
spaces since 2020. We used to hold spaces for 3 years nonstop, from 2020 to 2023. And 2023, unfortunately, we met a very bad apple. And it was like me and Stu, we just like we got to get away from this person. And there's so many dramas, and what I
yeah.
mean? But a whole mission always, always,
Wow.
always was people. We were about community. We never spoke about projects. We never, we always gave people news, information, what was going, what was trending, what coins, what crypto, what blockchains were there. I mean, you talking about from 2020. I still remember Shiba Inu was not even on Coinbase.
Yeah,
So,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah. Those were
and
good times.
yeah, and the reason I got in, and the reason that and this is like again, I'm no financial advisor, but I always tell people always do your own research. Why should you invest in something? You don't want to just invest in something because you want to invest in it because people are talking about it. You want to invest something because you know where it's going to head to, And this is why I believe in Quakey because of Blockquake. You got to understand that Blockquake has been doing this since 2018. We've been in the blockchain. We've been in this whole entire thing since then, And our mission was always the same: be transparent, be as firm as possible, never compete because we're not competitors. We're not competing with nobody. We're collaborators. We love bringing people together because I believe that everybody has a very unique talent, and if you bring these people together, it's like a magnet. An exchange magnet. And this is why me and Stu was always so we never gave up no matter what, no matter how many things we went through, or the people that just didn't like the fact that we were doing what we were doing. It didn't matter, you know what I mean? And now we got something even better than the people that hurt us, because now we got Jay, and I couldn't thank God for Jay, because I always told to the yo, if we could get anybody, it would be Jay and Apollo. And God works in mysterious ways because He brought us our way. Because of Jay, a lot of things are going even better. And I thank you, Jay, for that, because again, you're a big asset to Quakey community, and you're a big asset to anybody who gets to know you, in a personal level and in a community level. Because at the end of the day, I know how far you will go for a person. Beamer boy, I did leave you something. I'm surprised you haven't checked it out. It's on your Twitter, on your X message. Go check it out. But yeah, I just want to say, wow, Tick, thank you for taking the time today and doing what you're doing. But believe me, you know, Black Creek is gonna get where it needs to get right here in New York. I always tell people understand that President Donald Trump, just signed an executive order making the U.S. the crypto capital of the world. On top of that, we have the ISO 222, which means that those coins under that law are tax free. That means that Solana is under that. That means that Quakey is under Solana. That means that whatever you invest now, just know that you're going to be able to keep all of it. No taxes, no nothing, and you have a great community behind it. This is why I always say too, listen, again, don't I'm no financial advisor, but there's a couple of coins left with the NFT, the first one from Apollo, that has a lot of perks. It's about like what, eight of them, nine of them left out of 100. My suggestion, grab one, especially if you're in New York, you know what I mean? And you love going into events because they bring a lot of perks. But not only do they bring perks, they bring friendship, community, you know what I mean? And it's just a beautiful thing. So again, thank you so much for taking your time. I do appreciate it. I guarantee you, if you just give us time and gets to know us that much better, you'll be part of this community as well. because we're all about community. Again, we're not here to compete. We're here to collaborate. Like Jay was saying, you know what I mean? If artists and different people just came and put the difference away and just run their art and their craft with us, we could help because now we have a community helping one another. This is the best thing about this community. You have a lot. Everybody has a very unique skill, and if you need something, these very unique skilled people will be there if you're part of the community because we're all about community. With that being said, just want to say thank you, Wow. Thank you, Tech. Have a good one. Stu, Jay, love you guys. Yo, remember Beamer? I sent you something. Go look at it. What up, Gabe?
Well, definitely, you guys need to tag me when you have a space. Like, just tag me in the comments, and
Oh, you.
of course, I'm in Amsterdam, right? I'm in the Netherlands, so I have a
Oh,
different.
you in the beautiful land. You know
Yeah,
what? I
so,
can see New York. Yeah, New York is about to be Amsterdam. I'm telling you, no lie.
well,
New
it
York.
used to it used to
Yeah,
be Amsterdam.
yeah, but no, but but
The
you know what
Netherlands.
I'm seeing because everybody outside smokes, right? So I feel like very soon the government is gonna say no more smoking outside. Like you can't drink liquor outside. So what they're gonna do is they're gonna have a very unique or bar lounge weed places where you can go in and just smoke in there, designated areas. You know
Yeah,
what I mean? Because everybody's smoking out here. But Amsterdam is really good. But if you do want to get into spaces with us, follow Stu Kwan. He does every Thursday. He does these Macau spaces. No, Tuesdays. Every Tuesday night we
yeah.
do these Macau spaces that he brings a variety of different artists. Big ups to Stu for doing that. So again, take Wild. Thank you so much. I appreciate y'all.
Absolutely. Thank you. Appreciate it. Thanks for coming on and talking to us about this. It's some great stuff.
uh, he absolutely, and Gio wasn't lying about that feeling that I have in my head right now. So I'm just gonna go and take a painkiller because it just keeps getting worse. And so,
Nah, I feel you, girl.
I was just like, look, you guys, but I had an awesome day. I can't complain. I'm still smiling. I went kite surfing. I did a banger of a long. I am a future trader, so I did a banger of a trade. Took the girls all to the beach, and then we had a ton of fun, right? Surfing and everything. And this happened at the end of it, but I'm not gonna let it ruin my vibe, right? Not gonna suck my vibe. So I'm just gonna, I'm just gonna make sure I'm all right. I'm gonna take a little painkiller here. Just take if you want to still just let me know when you want to. You want to do like a musical intermezzo? That's what we should be doing right now? Is that fun?
Hey, what?
A musical intermezzo. I'm trying to make that sound
Oh,
like it's giving
yeah.
fancy.
Yeah.
Shall we do? Let me look something up. You want me to play that song again? I kind of thought that was a fun one. Do we
Wow,
have
can I
to
ask a
Chid that?
question?
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, I do apologize. But you say trade. You're a trade and you do trades. You trade.
Yes, I do future training.
Oh, that's a beautiful thing.
Leverage.
I
Yes.
got 5,000 hours put into trade so far. I started January 1st, and I've been
Mhm.
very bullish on it. So I would love to talk to you more about that. If you
Oh
want to,
yeah.
I'll be a very good student.
I always give my alpha in if you see a dojo dog in here called Lamb, you go to his profile. Usually has the crypto moonlight space. It's kind of late at night for you guys. And we always talk market talk and trading, and there's some alpha on it. Sometimes I do it in here where there's no projects to shill. We just go down a rabbit hole somewhere, and sometimes that is trading indicators, patterns, the candlestick price section, you name it, right? We're gonna automatically go there sometimes. So
I love
um,
you, Wild. You are
I
talking
love
my
you.
language. I am smiling from ear to ear. I feel like Joker right now. You understand? Love this. I just feel like this. I wanted to find someone in X community because I have a community outside, right? And they're not in X, and they do future, they do crypto, they do forex, they do everything, So I've been learning with them. Gustavo, Mr. Pips. I don't know if you ever heard of him, and it's a really phenomenal group. But just to have someone like you who I've met and I had nothing to do with trading, which was a good thing, right? So I
Yeah,
would love to join you if you could just lead me to give me directions where I could
yeah,
just join you. I'll be more than happy if that's okay.
Yeah, no, that's perfectly fine. I used to have a copy trading account on BitCat. Unfortunately, BitCat doesn't work in my country anymore, and so that is not happening. And it's kind of it's kind of stressful to be trading. And at the time, also, up to like 3 or 4 months ago, I was still a pro athlete for the Royal Federation of Powerlifting here in my country, and so I did a lot of competitions and stuff, and own my own gym. But at the end of the month, that is all going to be rolled over to my team, and then I'm going to be full time Web3. I'm going to be full time trading, for my bread and butter, right? And so I'll be slowly going to do a lot more. But I also do a lot in coding, developing, and especially now on Sui, using Sui Move language. I really try to step up my game and be better over there. So I'm also deaf. Yeah, and always we give. I try and give people alpha on anything that I find right around. So yeah, just stick around in the spaces for all of that. If I start to sound not so coherent, please let me know, Tick. You'd be like,
Gotcha.
wow, we gotta rug you.
Hmm.
Let me go ahead and place that you want me to play that song? Is that the one?
Yeah. I'm not sure which one. Yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah. The
or
one from
or
yesterday. The one from yesterday. Yes, yes.
or do you want to do the Good Morning on X, that the Jamaican reggae song? That's kind of fun too.
Oh, that was good. Yeah, let's fire that one up.
Hold
Um,
on.
what up to everybody for joining us? Lamb, J Connects. Great to see you guys. Wage, Moo, Thousand X, Chidette Crew.
Let's go. Let's have a. Well, I'll take a chill pill. Oh God.
Wake up in the morning, sun that shines. Where we calling, crib grind on my mind. X platforms buzzing, good vibes we send. Rise up, stack sets, let's do this again. Good morning on X, we tweeting the truth. Grinding in where the blockchain, the proof. From the wallet to the moon, we holding it strong. What's the road to riches in the crypto song? Check the charts, yeah, the market's alive. BTC pumping, all coins are thriving. FT flipping, got the bear in my pack. Smart contracts clicking, no turning back to fire. We're stacking the gains, so hell to the dip, no stress in my veins. Post on X, GM fam, let's rise. Let's warriors, we reaching the skies. Good morning on X, we tweeting the truth. Grinding in where the blockchain, the proof. From the wallet to the moon, we holding it strong. Rest of the road to riches in the crypto song. Gas fees low, yeah, we're moving with ease. Layer 2 solutions, breezing the seas. Minting new tokens, community tight. Web dreaming, we're working all night. Say GM to the fam, positivity spread. Crypto's the future, fiat's long dead. From Solana to Ed, we're building the way. Rasta in the code, Jack guide us today. I revives when the blockchain secure. Decentralized world of vision so pure. No bank, no boss, just peer to peer. With the dream, and we're working all night. X keep us linked, the signal so clear. Tweeting GM loud, let the whole world hear. Yo, yeah, yeah. Oh, right. Good morning on X, we tweeting the truth. Grinding in with the blockchain, the proof. From the wallet to the moon, we holding it strong. What's the road to riches in the crypto song? So wake up, money grind, don't stop. Whoever's the way, we're reaching the top. Good morning on X, let's keep it real. Crypto's the fire, just love we feel. One love, one chain, one dream. When forever we reign supreme.
Yeah. It was a little fun. That relaxed me a lot. That's what music is good for. I think that's actually a bag or two that I
It
need.
is.
Like
Yeah,
the
no,
tune is so good. Yeah,
I was
yeah.
vibing for sure.
I was
It's
vibing too. Maybe it's because of the medication now. We don't know. We
Yeah,
don't know.
you're not supposed
Might
to
start
crush
to
it and
drop
snort
some
it.
weird alpha in here. Let's go.
Hmm.
I'm gonna go pump fun and wreck myself.
Oh,
No.
there you go. Yeah, it's great to do, not
Hey,
sober.
hey, Tick.
Yo.
I sent you a link for a music CD called "Believe" by Lexi Bonte. It's an Afro beats song that was made. It was also a song that got to be played at Macau's Mix in New York City by DJ Stu Kwan. So if you can, that'd be great if we can get a nice musical tune, especially
Yeah.
for like
You need
the
to
other
send it.
social media content you have on there
Yeah,
for
yeah.
them.
You need to send it to me though, because I'm the one that can play it. Because Tick has the live stream up too. So
Okay,
when he plays
so
something, it's gonna get awful,
Yeah,
awful
because
so
I'm
crazy.
I'm
I
streaming
can't.
directly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I can't actually send you anything because we're not following each other.
Oh
Well, I
yeah.
followed you, but I thought you were holding me back. But
Yeah.
aside
Oh,
from that,
sorry.
it's
Yeah. Yeah.
on the jumbotron. So if you can see it up there, the last pin, please. Yeah,
All right, I need to reroute that to my TG actually, right? Because I'm also on different devices
Oh,
here, or else we
yeah.
cannot do any of that. I wish that Elon would fix that space that you can do that all in one in the space. I mean, we are, tickets sitting there with different devices being in the space and then, being able to live stream on something else. I am sitting here with three devices, or else I'm going to get horrible feedback all over too, like weirdly.
I
So,
know the feeling. I know the feeling. I started to use
Ricky.
Streamlabs and teaming up with Vita TV, showing me how all this works. And you really have to
Yeah.
have like designated time set aside just
Yeah.
to do anything streaming. Like basically, you have to have a day off. Basically, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So
Or
kudos to you guys.
if you're like my superhero like Tick, he can do multiple things at once. That's just so bullish. Look, here's what I'm
I'm
gonna
kind of a
do.
freak though. Yeah. It's
And,
like
and
I want
and
to
you're
do.
great. You're great, man. You're fast too, because you made that clip super fast,
Yeah.
and I sent it to all my other socials. Like, yeah, you're a great person to have on your team, and probably just overall, I would think
I
you're efficient
appreciate
with
that.
with how you move.
Yeah.
And
Thank
if you
you.
could multitask like that, I need to get better at that. But that's not my forte. I'm trying to, but some people are just naturally gifted, and that's definitely
Well,
you. So
you know what? You know what I love about these spaces, what I love about X, and what I love about everything in crypto Web3. Tick sent me a song. I don't know where, and he wasn't even in the Dojo Blog community back then either. So I don't know why he did that, but he sent me a song, and I was like, hey, I was trying to fire up spaces again too, and with knowing I was gonna do a little less of the work in real life, and so he was like, yeah, and then we just did what's the ticker, which was his song, and I was like, let's name the space what's the ticker, let's go, and somehow it all just sometimes these puzzle pieces just fall into place automatically, um, without effort, right? And
Yeah.
so I think we really work well together. As sometimes just really, yeah, having ideas back and forth, or he says something and I get so inspired, or I say something and he gets so inspired. And
Yeah. It's a
we just
trip.
slowly building this out. Yeah, it's a trip. Yes, thank you.
Absolutely.
Thank you
No.
for
Thank
sending
you.
that message.
Yeah, I love that stuff. And yeah, the thing about vibing off of each other and picking up ideas, it's crazy how that happens. And it was super trippy for me when I made the surfing water drop guy video for 1000X, and then I see your video and it was like nearly identical, and I was like, damn, we were like thinking. Well, we weren't thinking the
Same
same
thing.
thing because you were actually
No.
going surfing, but I was thinking since the
Yeah.
chart was pumping, I'm like, yeah, dude, ride the wave, you know? And
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
1000X character, I love that little character that they've kind of like come up with and all the memes that they've made. And I just love that narrative too, and the fact that that chart is actually doing pretty well too. It's like such a cool thing to be a part of. I get geeked out on how excited I get about it. It's kind of embarrassing, but
Yeah, no.
yeah.
Why? You gotta, if you have passion for something, I don't care, right? You post about it. I mean, look, there's when you post something on X, there's always somebody who's gonna like it. We just need to find each other and connect. right? It's okay if 80% of the world doesn't, right? It's even okay if 95% of the world doesn't. I mean, 5% from however much billions of people is a lot of people.
Yeah.
So, uh,
Did you
don't worry
see?
about it. So,
Did you see
if
the
you're in this
update?
space, hmm?
Did you see the
If you're in
update that I
this,
made?
you have
To,
to, what? On what?
I updated their 1000x Sui site again, and now it's
Oh,
actually it's coming together. It looks
oh my
I threw
God.
a,
See?
a new background on there. I put a trading chart
Wow.
embedded on there. I put
Awesome.
live market data that's refreshable. So
You're such
it's
a Chad.
this thing's
You're such
starting
a
to.
Chad.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then I staked some 1000x on Moonbags yesterday as well because I'm like I might as well because I'm holding it, and that was kind of
Yeah,
if
it's like 45% is being staked right now on 1,000x Sui. 1,000x Sui is actually the ticker on new ticker on Sui. Let me just do a shield then too once we're talking about it, or else people are gonna be like, "What are you talking
well
about?"
he's up in
You
here too
know,
though. Let's get him up on stage. I don't know if he's busy at work right now.
I don't know. Let's try. If not, then I'll do some shilling. So it's a new launch last week on Sui Chain. Sui Chain is going to be the alpha play. I think Sui is going to outperform by a lot, and it doesn't have much tokens yet on the chain. So the utility tokens are really good for a portfolio. And I'm just adding some meme coins here and there as well. And I found this 1000x Sui. Now everybody knows that Wild here is always talking about 1000x, uh, just because I think it's funny, and I want to experience what it is like to have 1000x. I've done 100x, right? I'm just waiting for my 1000x. I know it's going to come. And so I saw this on a Raiden X flying by, and it was so funny because I was like, oh my God, this is like a ticket for me, right? So I was like, what this is about. And they were just launched. It was sitting at like 6K market cap. And so I went into TG and I was like, hey, do you like come into space and everything? And then he came up into space and we started talking. And it turns out that these people are just tired of getting rugged too, right? And they just want to do the simple thing, 1000x, just like me. So they launched on Moonbag, so it makes it bullish because they have good liquidity, you guys. There's for such a low cap, half of it is liquidity, so that's fabulous. Also, you can stake um, on there for a very high APR right now. So go ahead and check it out. It's 1000x or gay. That's what we're dealing with here. That's my motto:
Hell
1000x or
yeah.
gay, fam. If
Hell
I'm
yeah.
gonna degen these tokens, that low cap, I'm gonna 1000x or gay. That's gonna be it. That's gonna be it. And
Yeah.
sometimes 1000x needs to really cook for a little bit. So they're cooking out there on Sui. So I love it. So yeah, that said, take can you put what's being put up in the jumbotron, that link? Maybe we should touch on that a little bit tomorrow because I am wanna move around a little, at least, and talk about that monad chain,
Oh yeah.
because I really want to give that alpha. So here we go. Monad is going to be a new layer one blockchain coming out. It's right now in test net phase, right? It's very bullish because it's a parallel scaled layer one EVM compatible. So we can see that as a rebuild of Ethereum. It's going to be half the speed of Sui, and of course, next to nothing on gas fees, so almost for free on gas fees. And so, even though it's half the speed of Sui, it does have the advantage of EVM compatibility. That means whatever we had built on Ethereum, it is compatible with. So we don't need a different language to code in, right? We can just do what we always do and what 90% of the developers in this space know how to do. So it's going to be a bullish thing. It has the same venture capital as Sui and Solana, and that's now also backing this monad. They managed to wheel in almost 300 million for this blockchain, and it's kind of being tipped to me left and right for a little while already. That this is going to be big thing. So it is in testnet. So here's the alpha. You can go ahead and go to Monad XYZ. If you have 0.03 Ethereum in your wallet and 3 prior Ethereum transactions, you are then eligible to use the faucet every 6 hours on that website of Monad XYZ, right? Okay, what can you do with these testnet tokens? Well, you're going to test the net. Now, don't worry that Ethereum will go nowhere. That's just to make you eligible. That's just to, sift through some quality testers hidden so that some scammers are going to make 100 new wallets and just start to faucet the thing. So they're looking for some quality testers. So you are going to test the net. You're going to go to that Monad website, look into that ecosystem, what's on their testnet right now, which is almost like 400 DApps already that are compatible. And so you're going to make transactions there and stuff. And you can do very fun stuff. You can mint NFTs, right? It's all testnet, so it's all paper trading. You can launch your own meme token, buy meme tokens, trade them. You can predict the market. There are the apps for that too. You can play games, etc., etc. I just launched a meme coin this afternoon. I was king of the hill, and because I bought my own chart, and I posted about it. And it was fun. And but now Dev rocked, just to give you the info. Don't
Oh
look for
God.
this. Dev already sold. Anyway, yeah, it's a lot of fun this way. You can do some paper trading. Now, look, if you're doing some good testing regularly, it might be that you are then getting airdropped by Monad. And so it is an opportunity, of course, to gather airdrops from Monad for when they go live, they go main. But also, you get to experience what it's like to move on that chain, number one. Number two, there are DApps being built on Monad, especially for Monad. And this is going to be their utility for their ecosystem. These are their liquidity layers, their DEXs, their, yeah, well, there's a ton on there that's already being built. And so when you want to get to know utility coins early, it doesn't get more early than this. It's in testnet. The things that are in testnet over there, things like Kintsu, things like that Monad Launchpad, right? NetFun. That these are all going to go main, and so these are going to be utility that, yeah, you can get in early on. Um, I think it's going to do very well, and you can test this for free. So I think it's just a free opportunity. Also, it's a lot of fun because you get to launch your own NFT collection. You get to launch your own meme token. I launched two other contracts on there, just with contracts like a builder does, like a developer does, just to check it out and stuff. I think it's a ton of fun. It's also very educational this way, right? It's very educational because when are you going to launch a meme token? Possibly never. When are you going to launch an NFT collection? Possibly never. But now you can do that on the testnet without any consequence. You can make mistakes. It's all paper trading. It's all to test the net. So yeah, that's my alpha on that Monad. So if you guys want to, just go ahead and check that out. Just early opportunity, right?
Hmm.
Early layer one. These always run well. Say E did nice runs. Of course, Sui is just breaking barriers altogether. But this will be a good performer as well, and it has all these hallmarks to that indicate that they do. So check them out on X. Check them out in Discord, and of course, if you want to join in for the testnet to be eligible for a airdrop, yeah, go ahead, right? So that's my alpha on the monad on the
Hmm.
moaning.
So how did you make it to King of the Hill? Did you have to buy the hell out of your chart, or um
Did
so, and how many monad did that cost you?
33 monads,
Dude,
33
what?
moans, 33 moans.
33?
Yeah, 33 months. Well, I
That's
did sell another NFT. So, I was like, yeah, let me just go ahead and then just be king of the hill and get some exposure. And then I tagged them on X, like, hey, how about a shout out? How about a shout out for Wild right here? But yeah, they didn't. Anyway, yeah, no, it was just a lot of fun. I sold and I actually made like two monad on the whole ordeal. So it's kind of fun. And
what? That's
yeah, man.
crazy. I can't believe you're selling these
Yep.
NFTs. You're selling them on Magic Eden, right?
Yes.
What the hell? I
Yeah,
haven't
but you
sold.
need to list something. Yeah,
No,
but
I
you're
listed a
not
couple.
listening.
No, I
I
have a
list
couple.
everything. I list everything. Everything's for sale here over at Wilds. You want to buy something? I have it for sale. Not a problem. Yeah, you gotta list that stuff, man. You're
Yeah.
not gonna be sitting with those. You just need to trade. The whole thing about this test net is you need to make transactions. So you gotta list stuff, right? You gotta trade stuff. You gotta buy, sell, buy, sell. You gotta do that in a little bit faster than you would if you're not paper trading, right? Also, I launched just about 15 different meme coins on there already. And every time I do, I just like, yeah, well, follow Wild on X. Here we go, right?
Mm-hmm.
And there's actually people in my DMs like, hey, I saw you on Monad Testnet. And I was like, well, welcome. Right?
Yeah.
Welcome. You're now a part of my village.
That is sick.
Let's do the greeting ceremony. But yeah, no, it's a lot of fun. You have some free content for your ex, which is a lot of fun always, and some exposure, right? All the dojo dogs, they went ahead and did their coins on there, and we trended for like 2 days, right? And so it's kind of a statement that you're making if you do that with a group like that too. And yeah, it's just this is a ton of fun. And of course, no consequences, just a test net phase. They want you to do this because they need to test the net. So they want you to make a lot of transactions because everybody making a lot of transactions in one go, then they can really stress test that the transaction speed, right, and these validators and everything, and they kind of want to do that extensively. So when they go main, that they don't have any issues regarding to that, so they can still fix them here in the test net. And that's why always these blockchains are going to a test net phase. So yeah.
Yeah, I just went
Also,
ahead. I just launched on NAD Fund because I hadn't done that yet. I wanted to kind of see.
I knew you would. I knew you would.
So let's see. Yeah, no, I like this. I like this platform because it has the king of the hill, the bonding curve, all that stuff
Yes,
is visible.
yeah,
That's why I wanted to try to like test it out. I was like, ooh, what's this alpha that you got
yeah. It's a
here?
lot of fun. It's a lot
Um,
of fun.
but there's
You
no way to.
should also make
Uh-huh.
your image. You should make that like a GIF, like a flashy one.
Well,
That
yeah.
because I haven't. Yeah, you could do
I
that. You
I
need
did
to stay
yesterday.
on.
Maybe I can
Yeah.
do another one, but I did one yesterday on. So I'll tell you what happened. I did it on
Mhm.
Pandaria, and I did one for Strawberry Moon. So I called it tickers S Moon, and
Yeah.
freaking, I thought it was a bullish ticker, but
Yeah.
and then so I
It
did an
is.
animated GIF, and it freaking didn't display correctly. So I'm gonna load it up right now and see if maybe the server needed to like update. What is going on here? It's so annoying. Okay, so wallet, which one? Where's Moon? Bro, what? Why don't I see
Bruh.
it? Okay. Oh, did you already found it? Because it
No.
says the logo says bruh, literally. But yeah, no, it's
Oh,
not.
really?
Yeah,
Oh my God,
but
this
it's
is the
not.
universe
Oh,
talking
that's
to me. I'm
weird.
gonna ape.
See, dude,
Let's ape.
we're spending too much time talking to each other. Our
This is
neuro connections are starting to
yes,
sync.
we start to have like this, you know.
Yeah, but oh, let me see.
Next
So
time next time we get into each other's mind, you need to send me, 1000x tickets.
yes, yes.
Be like, ape this.
What's the ticker, fam? So okay, file too large. So I'm editing the image now because the GIF, yeah, is a broken link when it's trying to display it. I need
Uh,
to pictures, screenshots. Where is it?
oh, there's one. There's
There it
one.
is.
There's one. I'm on there now too.
Edit token.
Looking.
Yeah, so I'm updating the information on the token. Okay, so now edit token. It's been updated. Okay, so S Moon on Pandaria
Mhm.
is share. How am I gonna do this?
They also have a Giga Monad. Gigamon.
That's sick.
they have that. They have that Giga chat in that Monad logo with his head through
Dude, I gotta
it.
see this. Is which one is that on?
I'm gonna show it to you. You guys, this is just so much fun here. It's such a hinky looking. I'm gonna buy it. See, I'm gonna send you the link on Telegram because the linking through X is at the moment not working for me. So I'm gonna have to do it through tab. Send you a link of the
Share.
Gigamon.
Yes, and then this. Yeah. So this is the S moon, and then you can see that the
Oh, you're on Pandaria. Yeah. See, I'm on NetFun.
copy link, and then yeah, let's see. NadFun.
I'm just throwing another.
Oh, Gigamon.
I,
Okay. Oh yeah. It's the little Giga Chad
yeah.
dude inside of the Monad logo.
Yeah. Oh, I see. Asmon. Yeah. But the thing is not working, bruh.
The picture's still not. Oh no, it's working now, right? The picture.
It
It's not
does
a
not.
GIF anymore. No, so it was a
Oh.
broken image. It was a completely broken image. It wasn't displaying
Oh,
anything.
that's why it wasn't bullish. Yeah.
Yeah, but I
Well,
put
you
an
need to
animated GIF.
relaunch. You need to relaunch on NetFun.
Oh, and tried animated GIF on there. That's a good idea.
Yeah, I would
Yeah.
do it on there, my guy. Yes, you deserve a good platform for this.
Create coin, and then so I'm gonna go.
I wish that I thought of Gigamon.
That's pretty
Keep
funny.
that in mind. Write that down. As soon as they go live, we'll be on there. Like fuck yeah, and everybody shall ape with us. Let's go. Funny. I am starting to feel Monad a little bit more, maybe because you guys don't know, but I've been, I made a contract about 2 years ago, and I was kind of working on it, perfecting it to perfection, exactly with what I wanted in there, and I just started to build it out, test run it a few times, and I still have it, right, but I didn't find any chain that I would be happy on because I couldn't do this on Sui because that CA doesn't work for Sui. It's solidity coded, right? So it had to be an EVM compatible blockchain, and somehow it just didn't. It didn't. I didn't feel connected with anything, but I'm starting to feel it with Monad. Yeah, I actually have a Twitter already open for it too, 2 years ago. So that's still there.
Oh shit! It's not letting me launch. How the hell am I all out of Monad again? Dude, that is crazy. I didn't do much. I only bought. Well, yeah. As soon as I get it, I spend it. I just
Did
keep
I
a.
send you some?
I've been DCAing with WTT, the what's the
Yeah,
ticker
that's right.
token.
Right.
I keep
Yeah.
I keep buying more and just staking it, and
Keep
so
stacking. Yeah.
yeah.
So, hey, listen, you need some Monad?
Uh, let me see. Well, it was just to launch this animated GIF token, but it's not that important though. Like, I mean, honestly, I'll just or maybe I can make some cells on Pandaria in order to.
I'll send it to you. I'll send you a couple of Monad. Don't worry about it. Can you send me your
Yes.
your Mon address to the Telegram, please, because it's not working.
Let me see.
To the Telegram, please.
Let me grab my address. Here we go.
Thank you very much. I probably should have had that already.
I've got so many wallets that it wouldn't even matter. I don't even know why that is necessarily. It's from switching to different wallets, basically. Like when I switched to Phantom from Coinbase, and then trying to buy certain coins online, it's like I would need to download Uniswap, or I need to download MetaMask, or I needed to download Wallet Connect. I wanted to talk about it. Backpack. So
here we go.
Backpack.
Yes, Backpack.
Yes, Backpack is sick. You were telling me, you're like, oh, I hear that's very bullish, and it is so dope. I haven't used it really enough. I invested, I don't know, 15 minutes into messing around with it yesterday, but everything I've seen with it so far, I absolutely love everything about it, because it's like it takes the best elements of the different wallets and kind of combines them, but not in like a clunky way. Like it feels very lightweight when you're interacting with it. The user interface is great. It's just freaking incredibly bullish. I'm
Yeah, I heard it for people that that are using it. I'm not necessarily into looking for new wallets or anything, but I
yeah,
heard that the backdrop was a very condensed form of.
it's
Uh,
badass.
Hold
Yeah.
on, I'm gonna send you the
So,
monad now before I get
so
distracted. So I'm
oh
gonna
yeah.
send you two monad.
Okay, and then I can launch.
Yeah, you can launch it. You can buy some of the chart.
Well, I want to launch the animated GIF to see if that works. I should have taken a
Sure.
screenshot of the one that didn't work and then messaged their like support and been like, "Hey, just so you guys know,
Yeah,
animated GIF below 2 MB."
Tick being like Karen. I want to talk to your manager.
Yeah,
My
well,
GIF isn't working.
I had I had converted the GIF and everything to reduce the file size below 5 MB. The size of it looked like it was a square, so I don't know why it didn't work, but I wasn't surprised it didn't work
Go,
either.
you know what? Go ahead and do your launch. I see that Lamb joined me on stage. So let's say hello to Lamb.
What up, Lamb?
Lamb,
You know, it's
good
funny.
What's up,
morning.
guys?
Yeah, what up,
How you
Lamb?
doing?
I joined his space last night, or your guys' space, right after you left, apparently. Like, I hopped into the space, and they're like, "Oh, Wilder just left." So we weren't synced up at that time. We were not in
We were
sync.
synced.
Yeah.
Bruh.
Oh, okay, I just dropped bruh. By the way, you said that as soon as it dropped. That was weird. So here, this is I
All right,
named the token bruh.
you go ahead and do that. Let me say hi to. I'm gonna check
Sorry.
it out. All right. Yeah, no problem. Lamb, how you doing? Good morning, GM.
I'm good. Good morning. Good evening to
Good
you.
morning.
Sorry about your head. I
Oh my
hope you
God.
feel better. Uh, that's just the way it goes with sometimes.
Yeah,
So
I know.
you try to do the right thing. No,
You try
I
to do the right thing.
I was cracking up when Tick said, "How am I out of Monad again?" Because I feel the same way so many times.
Yeah.
But I'm doing good. I'm staking some away. I've been getting that
Yeah,
faucet. So
yeah. Well,
I
that's
haven't done the
awesome.
nad.fun, but I probably will later on today. Get
Well,
one
this is
launched
the
on there.
thing.
But
I kind of, you know, well, yeah, I kind of needed to do some stuff at home. So I launched it, and I was just buying up that chart a little bit, and then I thought like, all right, let me just have a little lunch or late lunch thing or something, and I was kind of, and then it came back, and then I somehow did the bonding curve while I was making that late lunch,
and you
and
missed it.
people were selling, and I missed it. I could have made like 66 monad. I was
Oh
just
my
like, oh,
goodness.
oh shit, right?
What?
Yeah, that's how high I went. And I was just, I missed all of
That's
that move.
crazy.
it's,
Okay, so the alpha is pay attention to when you bond, you can get some good gains on your
yeah, but
monad.
people are really buying there, right? So
That's
it's
crazy.
like, yeah, I'm gonna max bid, bruh.
Thanks,
Bruh,
big
maybe.
bruh.
Oh
All
shit.
right, I'll do that too before I
Hold
start
on, let
mine
me
later
front
on.
run you first.
Yo, yeah. How's this candle looking on, bruh? Yo, what? Holy, yeah. We got
God
a we got a
candle,
god
look at
candle coming
it.
in. Whoa.
A tick in the TG, can you drop the link to that to your bra?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
What a great
Appreciate it.
name for a freaking token too, huh? Bruh. It
It's
was,
awesome.
yeah. That's so
Bruh.
great. It's weird how it
Oh,
happened too, because I
Ramon.
asked it to generate an image for Strawberry Moon, and so that's what AI came up with. It just is bruh with a moon above a strawberry. I was like, this is the dumbest thing I've ever seen. But at the same
All
time,
right.
because it's AI generated, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna blast this. But yeah,
I just bought 8% of your supply.
the
No.
GIF isn't animated though. Do you notice that it's just stuck on the last frame, so it just looks like a yellow circle above a strawberry.
Yeah, well, maybe. Yeah.
It's an
Well,
animated GIF. I don't know why it's not working.
I just bought a lot of bread. Don't worry about it. People trade it.
Oh crap.
And tomorrow we can do it again. Don't worry about it. Don't worry. Did you send it to Lam in a TG? You want me to
Yes,
send
yeah,
it?
it's in
He
the
did.
what's the ticker?
Might have to move to my phone and try it because MetaMask is not working on my Mac right now.
Uh,
Strange.
That's so
I've
bearish.
had that happen yesterday. It was kind of like
It
glitchy like
was
that.
it was glitchy yesterday. Now it won't even let me connect to anything. It was doing this on some other sites, and I
Mm.
updated my Chrome browser, and yeah, I think I'm gonna have to restart my computer, see if that helps it. But it's still working on my phone, so I don't know if it's really just solely MetaMask.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
We don't know. We shall
we
just
don't know.
wait and
We'll
see.
find out. But yeah, I click connect to this nad.fun,
Yeah,
and
it's a
yeah, I
lot
click
better.
on MetaMask and it just doesn't do anything.
Oh,
So
well,
whereas last night it let me connect. So
mm. Well, I've had it that Phantom didn't want to go for a little bit, so maybe it's still glitchy. But I think this
yeah.
is a better site to launch because they have that 1 minute chart. It actually looks like a chart, right? And so yeah, it's a lot better, I think. And it's fun that you can be king of the hill, right?
Hmm.
And that kind of stuff. So yeah, yeah, I'm not bullish on it. And that's what I say. If you're listening in this space, right, and you want to go ahead and just paper trade, paper launch, right? Whether that be NFT or token or in a custom CA, you can right on the testnet without any consequence. You can just be like us and have a shit ton of fun, costing you nothing, right? But to faucet some Monad tokens, and then you're gonna be, I mean, you are gonna be like Take and Lab and be Monad broke most of the time, but you. But that's okay because you can faucet every 6 hours, right? You just go back to the Monad titty, do
That's
that
right.
again for
That's
the
right.
milk. Yeah,
We all love the monetity.
yes, the Monad titty. But yeah, I'm seeing like, and of course that Monad has that purple color to it, right? As their in their logo, so that's why you see a lot of purple things on there as well. And purple is so not my color. It's just like I'm a very black and white pink person, so um,
Oh,
if I
that's
go
good to
crazy,
know.
yeah. Well, I love things in my house to be mostly white because it doesn't distract. There's nothing distracting me.
Hmm.
It's got to be white or with plants and natural things, and very much toned down. And so I love colors, but it's got to be outside of my house. If I see colors in my house, it's very distracting for me, and I can't do. I'm probably a little bit neurodivergent in that area. Yeah.
Oh, Jay Connects just hit me up
Same
saying I
time.
couldn't find Dex Tools or Bird Eye. So this contract address is for a Monad testnet
Yeah,
token, so
test net.
it doesn't cost any money. Um,
Mm.
it's so you go to the monad.xyz, you can faucet tokens directly to your wallet. Minimum of 0.03 Ethereum must be in the wallet with a minimum of 3 transactions in the history of the wallet, and you can receive free testnet tokens. And then you can utilize those on the different decentralized exchanges, as well as their launching platforms, make trades, mint NFTs on Magic Eden, as well as purchase NFTs, mint them, and all sorts of amazing things.
Trade
So,
them. And that Ethereum goes nowhere. That's just, a prerequisite for being able to faucet, or else everybody would make just like a hundred wallets and start doing that, right? So they just have that threshold. It's a requirement for you to be able to receive free Monad tokens, but your Ethereum won't be touched. It's just to make you eligible. So, yeah, these tokens, Monad tokens, testnet tokens, are for free. You got to spend them because, look, you got to test the net. Also, they are basically worthless. When Monad goes main, there will be an airdrop for the people who tested the net. Um, I cannot tell you what you need to do to get that airdrop. It's going to be as much as possible, right? And Of course, and we don't even know there's going to be an airdrop, but we are always kind of sure anyway because these blockchains usually do that when they go main, right? They are going to reward the people who tested their net. So and sometimes the people also who make a post about it on their X or engaging in the community. And it's a community that you want to engage in because again you're just here early, you're taking some front row seats, right? So I am connecting in there too in Discord, and I try to do on X as well. In Discord it's a little bit easier, but
okay,
yeah,
I
just to
got a
get some
question.
alpha. Yeah.
Which NFTs did you sell on Magic Eden, and how much did you sell them for?
God, I think five a monad.
Uh huh. Do you know which
Token
ones
per
they were?
thousand. already sold them. And then I need to look up the trends. I don't think I can look it up anymore like this
Yeah.
on some test.
I don't know what
It
would
was these.
move.
It was these. It
The
was this
Milady?
milady. Yeah, the milady lookalikes.
Yeah. The Mona ones or not the Pixelar ones, right? The pixelated
No, not the
ones?
pixel one.
Okay, the one
No,
with the Mog
the other one.
shield, the
Yeah,
MOG Pit Viper shield. Okay. Yeah, I
yeah.
listed
Well,
mine
I
for
had the
fun.
one. I had the one with the pink flower,
Ooh, bullish.
with the big pink flower on its head,
Yeah.
and that that one I sold. Kind of didn't want to, but it did. I listed it, so it did, right? So,
Yeah.
but I think it's more bullish to launch your own NFT, do like a small collection of 50, and then just have that minted out for what 0.5 monad or something.
Mm-hmm.
Just half a monad or one monad, and then you have 50 monad if they're all minted out.
Mm-hmm. I don't
Yeah, I think.
understand. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, no, go.
I was gonna say I don't understand what these testnet domains are for. So I see them as NFTs in my wallet, and so I have tick.nad, and I have so
Yeah,
it's
me
a
too.
Web3 ID. So is it? I'm not sure if it's an address that can be used interchangeably, like as a wallet address. That doesn't seem like it would make sense. I'm not.
Well, it could be, could very well be that they want to do something with that and connect that. I know that Sui wants to do that stuff too.
Mm,
So we just have to. We have a web space for us, right? For our ID this way. I do and you do, and
yeah.
it's just I don't know what we can do with it later on. I
Yeah, I'm
have
like,
no clue.
can you like register that domain address? So if I do tickweb3.nad in my URL browser, yeah, it doesn't forward to that. So it's not like a URL domain, but I think it might be a wallet address. I'm kind of under the impression that that's kind of the purpose of it. Because if I go
Yeah,
on
no,
Cohen,
that is, but they want to do that. Extend that .com to a wallet address, and so you have your own space, but also that wallet then connected to it. That's kind of what kind of Sui was is heading into as well. And you can see that on the gift wrap when it added, they just have your wallet with your banner in there and your thing in there too. It's like a kind of a different way. But yeah. Oh, I see Millie in the house too. Hey, Millie.
ooh, yeah, I
Good to
just
see.
rotated it into some more Millie yesterday. Actually, it was a good time to
Cool,
buy.
cool, cool. Yes, yes, yes. Millie is the one of the oldest tokens on Sui, right? It was there when nobody else was there, and so it's a lot of fun because they're still out here grinding. They're still doing the works, and of course, Millie is a rescue dog in real life. And so it is connected to some charities in that direction, and so you need to check it out. They have the NFT collection as well, low cap on Sui. I mean, yeah, but bullish, especially now that we see Sui recovering well from that whole Cetus fiasco, right? That went down, and Cetus pools are restored, as far as I know, to like 90% now. So we can all move on from this. Uh, what was like basically a black swan event for a lot on Sui, but I see sentiment is returning, volume is slowly returning, and so yeah, just get ready for that one. That Sui token will outperform by a lot. Just watch that happen. You can write that down. I will go on the books for that one, for saying that. And if you know me, I don't make big bold statements often at all, because I hate making them, because I know it's crypto, and I know when people say, yeah, Bitcoin 150 and have all these price targets, and but they don't give you a time frame or context of that or reasons why, right? And I know in crypto there's always a bearish case for something and a bullish case for something, but sometimes for me it's evident that Sui is going to be I actually think it's going to be the one that gets the golden touch this bull run. Yes, I think it's going to be in the top 5 really quickly.
Yeah, when I
I
was
think it's going to, yeah, I think it's going to be Bitcoin, Ethereum, Sui at one point. Yeah.
I was looking at the Millie chart, and it's You can see this. It's kind of retouched. It's revisited the support level that it found before back in April. Yeah, back in April, the support level that it found right around 4.0. And so now, since the NFT launch, it's had, it's pulled back a little over the last couple weeks, 3 weeks. But now you can see that now that it's hit that point again, basically found that floor again. Now it's, starting to go up a little bit. So on the milli chart, which I know that you're not supposed to like analyze these the same as a meme coin and everything. But what are your thoughts
Oh,
on
I
that
think you
though?
can analyze Millie. I mean, Millie has been there for a while, almost what 2 years old or something like that. I mean, look,
Right.
it's the mature chart, right? So uh, yes, you can.
Ooh, Wilder, are you rugging on me?
Look at
Oh, there.
look at support
Yeah,
and
she is for
resistance
me too.
zones
Yeah, you cut out for a sec. Wilder, you still there?
in that chart too. Though it's so low, too sure of that support and resistance. I think and
Ooh,
I just wonder.
you keep cutting in and out.
I'm still here.
That is, did you feed your computer a painkiller? It's
Is
oof.
this better?
Yeah, that's okay. For a second, I heard you. Yes. Okay, start singing a song. Do I wanna rug you? You
Yeah. Am
are.
I?
Oh,
Am I still?
now I can hear you again.
I just wonder about you.
Okay, now I can hear you.
Manifestation moment. Yeah.
There we
Can
go.
I hear you?
Yes, you're
Cool.
styling. And so,
It's
Give
a
Rep
gem.
was the project that was never released. The project that keeps everyone waiting. Give Rep. I keep
Give
seeing it
rep
on my.
Larry on it.
I keep seeing more of it on my timeline.
No,
It's kind of comical at this
I'm
point.
done. I'm done.
It's
It's
ridiculous.
they missed they totally missed the train. They totally missed the hype. They missed you cannot do this to people, right? You cannot have these people advertise for you, promising you will pay for that advertisement and not do anything, and then give a crappy excuse like, yes, we're indexing because of bot activity. You've been indexing for the last 2 weeks. What are we doing here? And could if you not known this on forehand? No, I don't want to fud anybody's bags here, if in any. But this is not a good this is not good management of a project. It's been
Ooh.
6 weeks. Come on now,
Hey, they
right?
added a function though. What is this? Okay, so username change recovery. Recover your reputation points. Oh, that's if you had rep under a different handle. Okay. And then there's add tweet. Did you have a tweet about give rep, but it's not showing up in the system? Use this tool to manually add your missing tweet to our database.
Yeah,
Huh.
so I also now need to do work to add the tweets to the database while I'm freaking
Right.
advertising
It's
for
like,
you. Really? Well, you want me to pump your charges like physically? Shall I take my dumbbells out now and my
like
barbell
we need you
and
to
pumping
update
you
our
up?
website
What the hell?
every Tuesday. Log in and update our website for us too. It's like, what else
Yes,
do you need us to
exactly.
do?
Just run the whole project for us, would you
Yeah,
please?
yeah.
Ugh,
Do the
Christ, no.
advertising for us. Now you need to catalog your own tweets manually by hand if they missed them. That's kind of
Well, like
ridiculous.
2 3 weeks ago, everybody was still bullish on it, right?
Yeah, what a
And
shame.
you know that this thing does not continue to be bullish if you're not doing something. If things are looking the same and it's not working for weeks on end, what do you think is going to happen? You cannot just stand in your you launch a project euphoria and then expect things to go out of their own. No, got to put in some work at least, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I can tell they were excited. They came from that Sui Dubai, you know, kumbaya get together, and of course, they got some flowers stuffed in their ass, but and then launched this over there, right? And then be euphoric and happy with what you got. But at one point, we got to keep it real, right? You cannot expect people, and this is not just a few people, millions of people,
Yeah,
millions of engagement that you got paid for. I mean, they've been banking over 100K. We went over this
yeah.
last night in the space. They've been banking over 100K, but you can't pay people that you promised.
That's whack.
That attention token has been launched. Why has nobody received airdrop? That would, because when you do the give rep tag and the attention token, you are minting or mining attention token this way. Okay, where are these tokens then?
Yeah,
What's up with it? We're 6 weeks into this. No, not okay, not good.
that's crazy. Yeah,
Yeah.
hinting at a launch, saying, "Oh yeah, the launch is coming, the launch is coming," but now they don't even like allude to that. It's just now it's just
No,
like memes, AI generated memes, and it pays to pay attention. It doesn't pay to pay attention because no one's getting paid. Hold on, wait,
that's
but
it.
this person has a transfer looking thing though. What is this? But I don't know if this is a fake screenshot. Sometimes it seems like people do that as it's very bearish. It's that they post fake
Well, as far
screenshots
as
to
I
make you click
know,
there. Uh huh.
nobody got paid.
Mm-hmm.
The people that I know never got paid, and they tagged and they made beautiful posts for it, so it wasn't like an underhand post and somewhere shoved at the last two lines or anything. No, right? They made a post specially for this, and I saw their screenshot. They received nothing. The first what we saw was an indication what we were gonna get, and now I don't even see that anymore either. They're just constantly keeping it at bay, like, yeah, we're checking for bot activity.
Yeah.
So,
And then
you know,
what about Kaido or Kato? Kato
yeah, I don't know. I
AI.
haven't looked yet. I haven't looked yet. But you
A
know
lot of
what?
big KOLs on there.
I know, but I was already, well, maybe they're doing a better job because I was already not that happy with these setups as a whole for me to use it, or right to support that way. But I thought that the gift wrap, and they were making such a fuss about it. I was like, all right, let me just, this might be something, right? Might be
Mm-hmm.
something. And maybe it is going to be in the future. Maybe it's going to get these glitches. But, for me, this is ruined already, right? I mean, come on now. There were a lot of big KOLs on gift wrap too.
Mm-hmm.
So and they do have the give reputation, get attention token. So they do have like a little bit of a bullish play on words and everything there. But at one point it's like, well, it's gonna get, I need to get paid.
Yeah. You don't want to just spin your
Ooh,
wheels.
when yes. And it's not clear. The website is not clear either. And you know what I don't like about this, because this is what my spidey sense then telling me. So they get paid a shit ton. Now they're using that. Yeah, we're checking for bot activity. The next step from here, I bet you, write it down, Tick. Write it down.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to manifest this for everybody, but write it down. They are gonna say, okay, you only get paid $10 because half of the tweets showed your bot activity. They're gonna tell you you're a bot.
Mm-hmm.
I bet you that's what's gonna happen, just so they don't have to pay.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there's no way that you can, you know. So I think that's their next move, because they're keeping this as an excuse too, as like, listen, you banked already all that money. Can you not figure this out? Can you not pay somebody to figure that out if you don't know how to figure it out? No, this is not flying with me. I'm just gonna ignore that for a long time. See what's up with that. Well, they launched that attention token too. It's dead in the water.
Well, and then we have the yapping on Kato too. So the yapper leaderboard and all of that stuff. I'm sure you've seen it on the timeline, right?
Yeah, I'm not into that stuff.
Yeah, it's bearish to me, and it's like I don't want to burn my X too, because when I see
That's it.
users posting that stuff like nonstop, it's like you want to mute them, because it's like, dude, I don't want to see all these spammy posts constantly. It feels like when you get like spam emails or spam telephone calls or spam text messages, it's like yeah, I get it, dude. You're advertising this company. So yeah, it's just, I mean, and I feel like there's two edges is to that sword. I believe that being bullish on a project and trying to educate people about it is one thing, but I'm not seeing that with like the Cato Yapper thing. No one has educated me at all about like any like purpose of it, that beneficial purpose of it doing
Yeah,
any
I
good
see
for
some
anyone.
posts. Yeah, I see some posts, but I'm not too bullish on the projects that they're mentioning,
Yeah.
because I only see them mentioned through that platform.
And then
Right.
I'm like, I don't think it's a really um, for look, X people on X have the attention span of a fruit fly, and some of that the tokens that they're mentioning, have a lot to them, and there might be actually good projects even, but they're writing a whole Bible in one post about it, and it's not inviting me to a read all that. Instead, I get now put off by your post that
Mm-hmm.
looks like a freaking Bible
Mm-hmm.
verse,
Yeah.
and with much of the same with the standard things that people say about a project. So I still don't know what this is about, right? They don't mention anything that's special about it. It's just a general shill. And so it's like then I'm turned off. But I'm not only turned off by the one who posted, I'm also now turned off a little bit for the project, for that ticker, which could be that the way they shill it is just bearish, right? And if I go look at it, might actually be a bullish project altogether. So yeah, I don't think that shilling through these programs is necessarily a good thing.
Mm-hmm.
Um, if a project is looking for engagement, yes, they want to bump their numbers, yes, right, to look more bullish to community,
Mm-hmm.
yes, and it's very useful. But to actually onboard new people, no, I don't think that is the case.
Yeah.
It is you got to keep your post really short. I tried with lots of posts to do different combinations of things, but the best thing for me works two bullet points in short sentences. Even if it's really important news on Bitcoin or something, I'll just mention the headline because nobody's gonna read that shit. Nobody.
Mm-hmm.
Like everybody's scrolling, right? And so Bitcoin is so short format. It's not lending itself really good for explanations
Yeah.
like that, and especially on utility tokens. And that's why memes get shielded so hard on X, because it just fits like a glove, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we could go shill, hey, and say like, yeah, million sui, or like, hey, 1000X, right?
Mm-hmm.
That is bullish. Let's fucking go send it. That yeah, that is these things you're getting then. But for Twitter wasn't made for real in-depth content at all, right?
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
actually turns people off on Twitter when you do that. Yeah. Oh, I see, Quakey, you have your hand up.
Yeah, I was just curious. I created a post today. I DM'd you the post. What do you think about that post? Do you think that's long? Do you think that's bearish? Like, some feedback.
You DM me the post. Oh, here, I see it. Hold on, let me go.
Well, screenshots are very bullish. One.
All right, so yes, look, I see you're doing a few things right. The screenshot of the chart. The chart is your best marketing tool for a project, hands down. If that chart is not looking bullish, right? Or like I say, like if it looks like a rug pull, if you put it on a daily, it looks like a rug pull. Yeah, then you don't post that chart. And but a chart posting, no matter if it looks like a good swing trade setup or not, even on a retracement, there's people buying your token at different levels, right? People are interested in that. People are interested in that. So you never know. So you always post a chart. That's a plus right there. Always keep posting your chart. People look at charts that are bullish. Uh, I would say that you end with at 143K market cap currently. I would start with that because that is something people look for the information immediately, right? So then I see a lot of information that is probably going to fly over a lot of people's heads. Whatever mission plans to join. All right, okay. So you're saying something of of June 24. I wouldn't do that either. Are you guys listed somewhere?
We're listed on everything.
All
It's
right,
already
so look,
one.
look, I shield for a lot of projects, and I've been a part of a lot of teams as, tech support and developer too, but also for shilling. I've been the voice of many tokens. So, um, when you do a shill, this is the thing. When you're in Spaces and doing the show, you mentioned the platform that you launched on. If you did launch on a platform or if you were custom, right? That's something you're going to make notice of. Also, the launch market cap, then the all-time high in a market cap it sits on now, followed up by you are listed on, and then you're naming your listings from the lowest tier to the highest tier, right? These are things people want to know. These things are important for. When you go to your story, so revolutionary coin builds Solana blockchain. Okay, this could be condensed in Quakey on Sol, right?
Mm-hmm.
But because the revolutionary is something we don't necessarily need to add. Not if you're gonna show it's revolutionary by saying Alta, launched at 1K, let's say, now sitting at this market cap, 143K market cap. Makes it 1000x gem. You're gonna point out the upside potential there, right? Because that's what you want to do, and also say that you already have these listings, because that makes people bullish. It gives the people who do not trust things on Solana, especially on Solana, they give them a little bit of some trust, right? That because they know a project needs to invest in that to do that. So um, I would mention these things and just keep it short and very sweet. And if people want to know about it, right, come find out more. Join our TG or Discord or wherever you have your clubhouse, right? Yeah, yeah. I would do it there because then you need to have people. So you want your post to go to the token, but if they're not sure, nobody's gonna buy based on something that they see right in one post. So you kind of want to lure them to your clubhouse, right? Wherever that exists on your TG or your Discord. So join us in our TG is always a good one. Come find out more. Join us in the TG and make it easy for people to be in the TG because there you can talk to people for longer. You can hold their attention there for longer, right? So when they come into the TG, you hold your video or your video calls often, right, or something like that, or just update that regularly, and and don't wait for people to ask questions. Just welcome people, and hey, if you want to know something, I'm here for you. Like, make it easy for people, and then they're most likely gonna buy in if they're being confronted with good stuff like 2 or 3 times in a row, that most likely then they're going to do the buy, right? Not just based on what they see on Twitter necessarily. I would keep that very short. Like, look, the upside potential here insane, right? So you're mentioning the market cap already listed, and and many more to come, like something like that. Join us in the TG to find out just how revolutionizing this token is, something like that. And that all is condensed in like what 4 or 5 sentences.
So max 4 or 5 sentences, what you're saying
Yeah,
for font
yeah,
wise, and what you were mentioning before about listings. I get why that's important, so people don't have to look for it right in front of them. So yeah, thank you for that.
yeah. And also, if they want to look it up somewhere else, they can. If it's Coin Market Cap listed, they I can look this up at Coin Market Cap, right? Uh, or something like that. It is that you don't know who's watching that post. See?
We used to have a post like our pin post, but it had all the links attached to it, and it just looked. When I was told about X and the algorithm and all that,
Yeah,
they
no
don't want
links, no
to
outbound
attach
links.
the post, so that's
Yeah.
why the links are actually in the comment section of that thread. So, but
Could be, or this is something that you can have your link tree in a bio of the main page, right? Also, you can make maybe one post a day mentioning, and then have it linked to your TG or something, right? You can do one post, but you cannot just do that all the freaking time. Then it's gonna get flagged. So anything on repeat is gonna get flagged.
yeah, I realize that I've been changing up my posts with different types of different types of posts. Like
Yeah,
GMs and not even like talking about necessarily the coin, just like talking about life, just to keep it as normal as possible,
yeah.
and and then going that route. But Yeah, I appreciate the advice on the coin side of things because I'm coming from the NFT side, right? That's where majority of my experience comes from. Um, but yeah, we're all building
That
together in
that
Flink.
chart that chart should be out there. I don't see enough projects posting their chart at all. You should at all times. And then they're saying, yeah, but it's not pumping. Well, somebody might be interested in buying that floor that you're showing them. You got to show the chart, and it's bullish, right? And half the time people don't even recognize a bullish or a bearish chart anyway. We can tell because people are top blasting all the fucking time. And so some teams actually are saying to the community, hey, you guys, everybody who posting that they're in a space, just going like, everybody take a screenshot, post it on your X if you do, right? Leave your name here and send you some Solana, right? And we're gonna send out $5 Solana who post a chart or something like that, right? To blast the chart out there. I don't see enough.
One of my community members mentioned that we have to stop posting just a 15-minute post and hour post of what it is. We need to zoom out, and that's why we started to do that a lot uh, this past month back in May. And now the charts we just show the overall. So you can
Yeah,
see where
yeah,
we were in general.
yeah, because people are going to see that anyway. If they're interested, they're going to do that. They're going to see that chart anyway like that. So it's not. I see a lot. I maybe because we always say, yeah, I do that. I'm guilty of that too. When I ask for shills or something, I'm always like, okay, what ticker is this? And I'll just have the chart look like a god candle. But don't wait for your chart to look like that. If you are looking for community, you want people to support that floor, and then you get to post that floor. And people are going to look at your chart anyway, so you might just flaunt it, right? Just use it. It's the number one marketing tool of a token. It's your chart. And NFTs, it's going to be the art, right?
Solid advice. Appreciate that. I'm probably gonna drop down the listener and listen to you guys. I'm about
Yes.
to
Well,
mow
you
my.
know what? Well, so bullish. You guys want to share with your community too to look on. I know you guys are on Solana and you're a token at all, but maybe for your community, it's also bullish to look at that monad. And that's just a suggestion for me. I have no gains here, right? I just try and just make it as much people aware uh, of something like that because I've been in these launches of mains for blockchains before. It's always bullish to be early on these things, even if they're not going to be the next Solana or whatever, right? They're still going to do good runs. They're still going to do 5-10x's, right? And these utility tokens on there will run with them. So you get like early alpha. So just have a look at these things. And even if you're going to test net or not, just be aware that this is going to go main, and you just want to keep tabs on that. When it does, because they're all doing a good rally, big retracement, and then followed up by a big rally again. And depending on when this is going to launch in the market, it can do actually even better, right? So we never know, and I don't know, but it looks like it's going to be good. And even if it's half as good as I think it is, it's still going to be big gains. So yeah, there's just that. The village needs to eat. My village needs to eat. Yeah. And so yeah, Tick, do you have anything left on this menu on Wednesday?
Hmm.
How is your bra doing? How's bra
Bruh,
doing on
bruh is
bra?
firing. Yeah, bruh's
Bra's
up.
pumping.
Yeah,
Yeah, bra.
it's up to 24% on King of the Hill. And then
Yes.
I had also launched 1000x on there as well.
Why don't you?
Yeah, where's the 1000x? I wonder. I named it. I think the ticker's just 1000x. Let's see. Come on, baby.
Just keep it simple.
There it is. Yeah, so the ticker's 1000. Ooh, I'm not the only one, but I have a capital X, so that's good. And the other one was 3 months ago. So market cap 29 Mon. But yeah, the 1000X one is firing too. There's a fat God candle on there too. Somebody had purchased if I look at the transaction, somebody bought 5 million tokens. So people saw this and were bullish on it, I guess.
Aped in.
Yeah.
Oh, just a reference that just crossed my mind. And this
Mm-hmm.
maybe because I like a bit of a heavy painkiller. Yeah. So just to just harp back to posting on X, and that people are absolutely not reading, especially if you're using, like half a page or even a few sentences that you think, okay, this is a decent, you know, these people should be able to. They're not reading a goddamn thing. I posted yesterday. I saw many people posting more than one good morning post. So not just a good morning post in the morning, right? Hey, good morning, guys. No, three, four times in the day, they were posting a different good morning post.
That's
So
funny.
then my post was like this: what's up with these multiple good morning posts of the same person? Something like that, right? Are you already demented, right?
Mm-hmm.
And people were good morning, do the good morning thing with me under that post. All they
Nice.
saw was the words GM, and they responded immediately with GM. They didn't even read anything of my post. While it was just one sentence with underneath it, are they demented? Question mark. And people just started to say good morning under it, and I was just like, man, these people are really cows here. So just to say, just to give an example of how bad it is with that short content and the attention span of a fruit fly, right? I just commented on how some people are just doing this serial good morning post just for engagement farming, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, what's up with that? And then underneath there, underneath my post, people were good morning me.
Hmm.
Just because they saw the word good morning in my post, that's all that they responded to.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I was just sitting there like, wow, this is bad.
Yeah,
So
I got.
that's just to give you an example of how little people get from your post.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. I got added to a follow train somehow. I was like tagged
Oh,
in
Jesus.
a follow train, and then I kept getting all these notifications on my timeline that it was like the same thing over and over. It was something like "Let's go" or something, but like this dude kept responding to every single, and it's like, yeah, it gets super obnoxious when you see it like 50
Don't do
times,
that.
and it was the same exact string of text too. And I was like, dude, if you're gonna use a bot, like at least switch
Yeah.
up the input that you're providing so that it has a
Yeah.
variation of the response that it replies with. And then I sent him a screenshot of me doing it with that method, which I don't actually like, use that very often. It was just kind of
Yeah.
something that I implemented just to see if I could. But actually using it in practice is kind of like it feels obnoxious even doing it. But like, yeah, I provided a list of like 8 different responses and then told the AI agent to like assess the post, like to analyze the data in the post, and then decide on like pick a response based on the context of the posting as a reply. And dude, it's like shocking how it actually does that. It like seems like it's like thinking, because if it's a bullish post, a bearish post, a happy post, a sad post, it like picks which response it has. Either it's like very bullish at username or whatever. It's a trip how the thing
Yeah.
works.
So now maybe people in the space are wondering, all right, why are people engaging on X in that manner?
Mm-hmm.
Well, that is kind of because the algorithm, right? The algorithm prefers for you to be out there commenting on other people's posts. As soon as you do, uh, your content is going to be seen more as well. So you can have fire banger content. If you're not engaging with other people on X, nobody's going to see your content. And that's what created a whole group of people who are just out there and doing these. They don't even read the post, they're just responding, and they respond to the one thing in there that they know to respond to. So for me, that was when I mentioned good morning,
Mm-hmm.
people started to say good morning to me, even though the post was not my good morning post. I was wishing nobody a good morning in there, right? So and you see that with everything. It's like nobody reads anything, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that's why the questions are always short and sweet as well, because, as a content creator, you should know this, right? A lot of the people are not going to respond to you if you're just, like I said, writing a Bible. Nobody's going to read that.
Yeah. Too long, didn't read.
Too long. So if you're shilling and it is for a token, mention market cap, potential, right? And maybe a short thing about listings. Let's fucking go join the TG. That should be it. Right, because the rest is just going to fall on deaf ears, and it's going to turn people off from engaging, because in the initial 2 sentences, 3 or 4 or 5 sentences, even in this case, there was nothing that I could respond to.
Yeah,
There
I don't.
should be something. Yeah, there
Well,
should
I
be
don't. I
something.
don't respond to my spam emails. I don't go through my spam folder in my emails and start responding to those. And it's kind of like the same premise when you see those types of spammy posts. It's like you don't even want to engage with them because it's just, um, it's a
Yeah,
promotion that you're
it's a
looking at.
turn. Yeah, exactly, and it's a turn off.
Oh.
But if you're looking for engagement, right, that's different than views per se. Even though they're kind of like intertwined a little bit on the edges, but uh, you want to ask questions so people can respond to that. So they have something. You kind of have to guide the cows to to respond to the thing, right? So like I said, I made a good morning post that wished nobody a good morning, but still people went underneath and say good morning. So good morning is a trigger, right? And but you can be, you see a lot who's active. Yeah, there's nothing there, no content. They're just asking who's active. Now I know that Elon wants people to do better with this, right? Because we got a lot of that. Hey, milk or tea, or coffee or tea. It's like, what the fuck is this, right? That was just to get engagement. Red or blue, bluish or bearish, right? So and these people got kind of wrecked off of X for doing that, because that it got to the point that it was kind of ridiculous like that. But the who's active question is one. Um, I but you got to be creative with your content a little bit, and then have people respond to a question, and then you just the more niche you get, the less responses you are going to get, and you're going to have to be okay with that too.
Yeah.
Right, but these people went for the most engagement on one post, and then you got to keep it as simple as, hey, black or blue. Right? And then people will be under it, either saying red or black or whatever you were asking, right? And they only have two choices. That made it very easy for people then to engage, and that's how the engagement farm. So, but still, Elon can, not be happy with that, but it's something that X created with that short format, and that's why the drama is so bad sometimes on X, because of that short. Everybody is going to do the one liners, and there's no context, there's no nuance. It's all going to be a little bit extreme, because you cannot give context. There's not enough words for you to write context. So yeah, so it's always going to be one liners. And so it's kind of neat here or there. The algorithm kind of made it so that these people were getting so much engagement with that, with just asking stupid questions like coffee or tea. And 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 then um Elon was like, yeah, we don't want to do that anymore because that's low quality. Well, then what the fuck do you want? We only have like five, this is the 200 words to say something here. Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you want engagement, we know that people just have that the bug in their head. They're just with the attention span of a fly. Well, how are you going to catch those then? And so that's why in the crypto space you see a lot of things trigger words like millionaire, rich, right? That kind of stuff.
Yeah, I saw one yesterday,
Legends.
and
Yeah.
it was like, what would you do with $1 billion? And I was thinking to myself, like,
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, that's not something I'm actually gonna sit here and like type out an essay about. Well, the first thing I would do, it's like,
Yeah.
yeah, I was, yeah, so kind
Well,
of,
you're looking for short answers. That's the
yeah,
thing. So you got to ask your question right. So he was saying, what would you do with a billion?
it's
Instead, you got to give people then a choice. With a billion, would you
buy Bitcoin.
this or this?
Yeah.
Yeah. Or, yeah, make it easy, right? You got to. invite people. You got to like massage them to the answer
What
already.
about, would you rather have $1 million USD, or
Or one Bitcoin. Yeah,
or
something.
yeah,
Yeah,
something along
yeah,
those lines.
yeah,
Yeah, or a
yeah, yeah.
thousand Bitcoin,
But
or
then you're already moving into the direction of milk or tea.
yeah. True.
Yeah. So that's also not okay apparently.
Hmm.
But you got to be smart enough with it to massage them into an answer already, like the most obvious one. And sometimes it's just being stupid about it, or just make a statement that triggers sometimes people too. I think that works better.
Yeah.
Like I saw a little clip of a girl pushing a guy, and then the guy just punched that girl
Oh
in
yeah, I
straight
saw
up in
that.
the
That's
face.
messed up.
And
Yeah.
then yeah, and it was above it like, yeah, well, she was asking for it or something. Like, that's a
Hmm.
statement
Yeah.
that is gonna set a lot of people
The dude was
against
like
you.
250 pounds, and she's
Yeah,
like
man, come
she's
on.
like
Yeah,
120 pounds. He's like
yeah. See,
six
you're
foot
trying.
four,
Yeah,
reaching
see,
down.
you're.
Oof,
Well, there you go. You're getting upset and angry about it already.
that's crazy. Yeah.
And the thing is, it was that they designed for you to be like that, and
Yeah.
then
It's rage bait.
respond emotionally. Yes. So
Yes.
if you want to have engagement in that way, that's a good way to trigger people into engagement too, right? Is
Hmm.
just to do something, state something that the majority of people are going to be against,
Yeah, I did that.
and it's going to upset them,
Yeah,
right?
I posted a TikTok, and it's me talking about how I think that Bitcoin's going to reach $100 billion. Like, that's going to be the price
Yeah.
of a Bitcoin. And so I was like, yeah, like I'm convinced that Bitcoin's going to reach 100 billion, or something along that, something ridiculous, just to get people to engage with the post. Like, it's definitely just
Yeah.
saying something ridiculous. It's
Yeah, well, sometimes they do that to the downside too. Yeah, guys, I think Bitcoin will just go back to 30K again, right?
I should
And
start
just
doing
post
that.
that on a daily so you become believable, or regularly, like
Yeah,
you
that
get
you
get
actually
there.
believe that. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah, yeah.
I
Because
see
they
some good
see nothing
ones.
is, yeah. And we got to remember, right? That I see a lot of people, posting, especially uh, people who are against this. And well, how do I want to say this? How do I want to back this up? Because I'm neither here nor there on it. For me, anything that gets your attention, whether good or bad, um, you're part of that dynamic, right? And you're just egging it on, right? Just
Hmm.
put energy towards it. So you have these people who are finding these trans people ridiculous. And these people are ridiculous, so they get the engagement and attention from the people who think it's ridiculous. So they're actually taking the bait,
Yeah.
right? So they are reposting it. Even worse, they're gonna magnify it by reposting something like that, saying, "What would you do? What would you say to this person? Right? How would you respond to this?" Right? So they're just making it worse. So this is a dynamic, right? If you do not want these people spreading that gospel that they do, choke them out. Don't give them any attention. They're attention whores themselves.
Hmm.
But then they trigger. Um, Being aware of that or not, they are triggering the other side to respond very emotionally to that, and then they're gonna egg that on by reposting and say, "But how would you respond to this dude, female dude, right?" And so it's like, who cares? Live your life. Don't
Hmm.
respond to them. They get no engagement. They will fade out. That's how it works, right?
Hmm.
But it's yeah, a lot of people don't realize that you're part of that. You're part of the problem. If you think that trans person is a problem and you're underneath there going about how this is a problem, you're a part of the problem.
Yeah.
Congratulations, you're just dancing the dance.
Or there's musical artists all over Instagram that make music that's like objectively terrible, with like ridiculous videos. I don't know. Some of them may be intentional. Some of them might, maybe
Yeah,
not so much. Maybe the person is just kind of not aware that the what they're making isn't that great. in the grand scheme of things. But regardless, they get a lot of engagement of people saying, "Dude, you suck,
Yeah,
just quit music," blah blah blah. But these videos go up into like the millions of views, and then
yeah.
so I'm like, cool, man. Like I'm kind of like, dude, more power to the people that are brave
Okay,
enough
so
to
this
put
is what
themselves out
happens
there and be
then.
vulnerable.
So there is maybe one person who maybe is not all there
Mm.
and posted and it sucked, right? You see them on these talent shows sometimes too.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You're just like, what are you doing there, right? And these people often, more often than not, are people that are just suffering from something that we don't know of, right? So they may have actually a lower IQ. It doesn't take much lower IQ of 80, 85 will get you there. Yeah. And that is a big part of our population. Don't forget this, right?
Mm.
So, and you got to show some grace there, these people, right? So, but then that one just accidentally got a lot of views. And now you're going to get people who are like, oh, excellent engagement farming this. And they're going to do that on purpose. Yeah.
Mm. Yeah.
And, and monetize it, right? For sure. For sure.
Yeah. Yeah. More power to
People,
the people that are
yeah.
out there though that maybe have like a mental disability, and then they're doing that, and then they're actually very successful with it. There's a couple that come to mind, and I'm like, man, that's so great that they kind of found like
Well,
their
even if you're
calling.
not good, right? If
Yeah.
you're even not good, I mean, they're at least trying.
Yeah.
Freaking the rest of these people are, most
Exactly.
of them are sitting on the couch eating potato chips, right?
Doing much more than
So
most.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah, the non-talented person trying to be talented is actually trying, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you can, you can twist it like that too. Just let people be,
Something to be
right?
said
If
for
it's
that.
not your fancy, look, this is the thing. You can scroll. You don't have to respond. There's a lot out there that you may not agree with. You can just scroll. You don't have to respond. All right, I find this not, it's not for me. I find the message ridiculous actually. Do I need to express that? No. I can just think that, let it go, move on to something I like. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Or something that well, I also don't have a TV in the house, so I'm just very clear cut with these things, right?
Mm.
And I'm having a hard time because of that monetization moment. So getting monetized on X, you need 5 million views, and the best way to do that, of course, is to be outbound and comment authentically. Now, here is my thing. I rarely comment on things because I don't feel, most of the time I feel like I need to make a comment on something. So for me, it is so unnatural to do, right? That I'm gonna, yeah, I'm gonna come up with stuff that is just not. If I then make a banger of a comment, it would be once every 3 months or something.
Mm.
That, and because I just, or you're gonna have to play the game and know that you're doing is for that. But if it would be something, yeah, no, it would not come natural to me. Most of the time, I'm scrolling,
Mm-hmm.
and that goes for everything, right? If it's not related to anything I can learn from, anything that fits my goals, anything, um, and just that's just been from me being an athlete, being professional. You have a focus towards things, and there's nothing out there that needs to distract you from that. So at one point, you will just be geared towards these topics only, and then only if it can give you something you can learn from or something you can add. And so I actually read more science papers for fun than anything else.
Mm.
So yeah, when I have no book to read or something, so
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I try and read a book a week. Uh, but if there is none that I found interesting, I'm just gonna go read science papers on the topics that I like, on neurology, or the sports section. There's always something, right?
Mm-hmm.
So medication, right? And yeah, that's I think that's fun.
You don't go on Reddit at all, do you?
No,
Reddit is a
no,
wealth of information. You don't like it?
nah, no,
Mm.
no. There's no information on Reddit. You go to you go to peer reviewed studies, not Reddit.
Yeah.
They might mention those, but they only mention those in their own bias, right? So when
Yeah.
you're looking scientifically at
Mm-hmm.
something, we're not looking for an opinion
There's
here.
a lot of opinions on Reddit. Yep.
And yes, an opinion is just, you can have an opinion on anything. I don't care. But
Yeah.
the numbers, that's where I'm at. And
Mm-hmm.
same goes for crypto, right? Everybody here in the space thinks they're, maybe a good trader or something and think you're gonna make it. Well, I can tell you 95% of crypto people in crypto are not selling. These are the hard numbers. And we're sitting here in space with, well, now a little bit less people than an hour ago, but I could tell you that two of us are going to make it. Yeah. So the odds that we are here in a space where we're all together are not going to make it, yeah, that's actually big. So okay, what should that tell you? That should you be offended by that? No, it should tell you like, oh my God, that is most likely me.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh shit, I got to do something about this. What am
Yeah.
I going to do? I gotta have to practice how to sell, because obviously this is a problem. People are round tripping 95% of the time in
Yeah.
order for me to be successful, right? Yeah, but you first got to get over the hump of, oh shit, that's me, right?
Yeah.
And not be like, oh, that would never be me, because you are offended by the information. But that the information doesn't want to, it doesn't have it doesn't want to offend you. It's just there. And you are offended out of your own, self. So uh, just realize that, just be like 95%, that the odds of me being in that 95% are sky high. So I'm just going to have to move forward with the information. I'm probably going to round trip. So what am I going to do? I'm going to learn how not to round trip. That means that I'm going to have to sell. When am I selling? All right, let's go and have a look at a DCA in and a DCA out strategy, dollar cost average in and your dollar cost average out. And let's see how I can tweak that so I could sell the most on top if I do.
Mm.
All right, now I have something that I can work with and better myself in, so I'm not a part of that 95%. But if you're just going to be like, yeah, that's not me, well, likelihood, no, the odds are against you with 95%, right? And I would never, I don't know about you, but if they say, like, hey, we're going to do heart surgery, there's a 9%, 95%, you're not going to make it.com, then I'm like, oh, let's not do this surgery, right? So,
Mm.
yeah. I just know from just being in psychology and stuff and a lot of think tanks that that people are taking sometimes information and taking it very personal. And you know this because a lot of people, when you say things, when I say things like, look, some diets work, low carb diets work, keto works, intermittent fasting works, or just a calorie deficit works, because you're restricting something, and we're going to have to restrict energy intake uh, in order for you to lose weight, because that's the law of thermogenetics. And then people go like, no, but keto really helped me. And I'm like, look, I'm not saying keto was bad, did I? And of course it's helped you. That's perfect. It's congratulations. But I'm happy for you that worked for you. I'm happy for you that you found something that worked.
Mm-hmm.
However, for the majority of people, it's just the science says it does not. It's very hard to stick to, right? We're all different people. So it, for some, the other stuff might work, right? And so, but people are like, yes, but yeah, for me it was like, yeah, well, yeah, might be, might be good, right? But that you are not representative of the whole population in the world, most likely not.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Or people say like, oh, Bill, but every time I do, yeah, well, every time you, or when there's something about parents, it's like, oh, I remember my parents. Yes, well, this is not right.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes it's not representative of the majority. And so, but a lot of people live in their own bubble like that. But if you want to think better, you guys, you got to take yourself out of it, and try to see, and if you are triggered by something, then deal with that, right?
Mm.
Straighten yourself out that way. Be
Yeah.
like, oh yeah, I can see where it might relate to me, but not relate necessarily to others.
Mm-hmm.
and just take a seat back and just look at the overall picture. And a lot of people claim compassion and empathy, but actually lack the ability to sit back and be like, all right, yes, I can see where this was beneficial for me, but it might not be for somebody else, and I can acknowledge that.
Mm-hmm.
But a
Yeah.
lot of people don't. Yeah. Yes, you guys. All right. I'm thinking we're too far down the rabbit hole outside of crypto.
Yeah, and you know what? Just real quick,
Hmm.
let's see. Next week, I'll talk to you in Telegram about it. But next week, the 17th, I do have an appointment at noon. So I don't know if maybe we can do the space an hour earlier. We'll kind of
Oh,
touch base on
yeah.
this and kind of orchestrate that. So I wanted to give you a heads up. And actually,
Yeah.
today I got to go get some dental work done. Speaking of anesthetic, I'm going to go get some
Oh,
injections into my gums, which is like the greatest
yes.
feeling. Don't you love a big old needle going into the roof of your mouth and feeling that
Yeah.
liquid and
Oh,
entering your deep inside of you? Like, dude, such an unnatural feeling
are
and
you gonna
having.
get are you gonna get some good pills after that, or no?
No,
Is it
no,
gonna
no.
hook you up?
I'm getting a deep cleaning. One of my friends, she's a student dental hygienist, so she's doing like a free cleaning for me as like her test out because she's graduating soon. Um,
Mm.
but uh, but this is my third session. Each session's like 2 hours. It's like a deep cleaning where they take the metal like scrapers and they freaking go under your gums and
Oh,
yeah, it's like the
so
bloody mess. You know,
yeah.
I've already had two of them in the last couple weeks, so it's like now it's kind of
Is
just
that any
business.
good even? Is that any good even? I always feel like when they do that,
Oh,
when I get it like cleaned like that,
yeah.
it always somehow there's a problem in the future.
Oh, yeah. It's
And I always feel like, are they making it worse? Are they cleaning too much? Right?
yeah,
Is there
scraping your
something here?
enamel away.
Yeah. And like
Yeah.
yeah. They
So, I'm
cleaning
gonna
too
get some
much.
nitrous though. She asked me. She's like, "Oh, can I give you nitrous?" I was like, "Hell
Yeah.
yeah!" I should bring some headphones so that when they hit me
Yeah.
with that, I start listening to
It
"I
says,
Wanna
let's
Rug
bring it
You."
on. Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be good. Drift
Yeah,
away,
that's what she said.
sail away. That's gonna be something.
Yeah, so I kind of made the video for me for the
Oh,
Wagyu thing, but
yes.
I got to cut um I got to cut something out and speed
Look,
it up a little
look at this
because
one. I made a promo for
dun,
oh Christ, what did I do here? I made a
look,
promo
I'm
for
gonna
What's the Ticker. Check out this little video I made. This is not AI generated. This I mean I used video editing software, but this actually I did like manually by hand and kind of like put all the pieces together and clipped a part of that song that I made yesterday. So it's all actually
yeah.
like original stuff. Like all the elements of it are
Look.
original. So, but it's a promo for the What's the Ticker thing. So it's a little video with a little like cute pink heart since pink's your favorite color. And
Yes.
did you see the video at all? There's music too to the
I'm
background.
gonna I just clicked on it. I just clicked on it. I'm gonna listen. It takes a little while because I have again 52 tabs open that I
Hmm.
refuse to close because I still want to look at all of those. All right. Oh, here we. Oh yeah, I kind of saw that in the beginning in the live stream when you
Yeah.
uh put on. Oh, that's actually cute and
And
fun.
then with the hearts, like it's got this effect, like a
Yeah.
strobing, like bounce blur effect. Like I was just playing with the video software, kind of like learning how the different transitions and effects
Mm-hmm.
like look. So this is
Yeah.
just kind of me doing a preview of the software, but
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm actually developing. I feel like I'm getting slowly better at doing the video clips and stuff
Of
like that.
course
And
you are.
even our stream now, I put like a little background, an animated background for the stream, and I've got like a little windowed section so you can see the chat with all the
Optimize. You're
yeah.
optimizing. You're optimizing. So, some people say like I'm learning, you're optimizing, tweak, and optimize. So you do that little over time, and then if you look back, then you then see how far you come with
Yeah.
stuff, right?
Yeah, when I look at this
Don't
stuff,
never give up.
from when we first started doing this, like the first couple weeks,
Yeah,
it's like
man.
we've definitely like we've made some progress, and it's so
Absolutely.
cool to be a
But
part of this.
also in your talking, right? Also, when you're talking on stage, you're much more comfortable, and you hold it down, and so yeah, it's great. And you're multitasking because a lot of people know, but hosting in spaces sometimes really, right? You got to keep an eye on the audience and people pinning stuff if they're on stage. You have some people just pinning stuff unauthorized, right, or not asking, and sometimes it's spam. Or you got to be careful with these things because they create a link. Hey, but how did you like that video that I just got and just sent through to you? And I'm just gonna
Let
do that.
me let me.
I'm just gonna let
Ooh, oh
go.
my gosh, that is too much. Yeah, fire. That
Yeah,
is
yeah.
so fire. Oh my god.
On
The
the
one
log,
thing
I'm on the log.
there's a hallucination on the laptop. It says the L and the D
Yeah,
are backwards. It had
yeah,
a dyslexic hallucination, but
yeah.
that's a
Well,
simple fix. Or I wouldn't even waste your generation credits on fixing
no,
it. It
I'm
looks
not.
cool
I'm
like
not
that.
fixing. I don't. Well, I'm not the one fixing it, and
Yeah.
I'm not gonna prompt to fix it. I think it's good because
Um,
then we're gonna see different things. Is this the
while
one? No, this is actually not the one. Hold on.
I did want to go ahead and acknowledge DGem. We got DGem in the audience, and I do
Oh,
have
Mr.
to.
Vegan.
Yeah,
Yes, I
I got it.
see Moo on Eat. Yeah, I see people. Look, you guys, I got, knocked on the head today. No, I didn't get bad. I need a stitch on my head. I got, you know, the anesthesia and it kind of wear out. And I took some funny medications. So I'm just a little bit here nor there. I, uh,
But I
maybe,
do have to wrap it up, unfortunately, because I
me
gotta
too.
get to my dentist appointment. But I did want to just
Yes,
give a
let's
shout
go.
out to everyone for coming through and supporting and looking to generate endless money. The ticker is GEM, $GEM, Gemstone Rewards. They do they've got NFT collections, and it's a low market cap gem, literally on the Solana network with a strong community. I see them everywhere, and I just wanted to give a quick shout out. And thank you guys for supporting us. Like we
Hey,
support
didn't
you.
we have two NFTs on those?
Yeah, the
Yes,
gem
we do.
tards.
Yes,
Yep.
the gem tarts. I have gem
Yes.
tarts. Cool,
Yep.
cool. Yes, pump my bag. Let's go. Let's play this music.
Awesome.
Let's put
Thanks.
it louder.
What's the ticker?
What's the ticket?
What's the
Yeah,
ticket?
what's the ticket?
What's the
Where's it at?
kicker? Where's it at?
Yeah.
Where's it at, Tick?
What is the ticker? Where's it at? I got crypto in the bag.
bag.
Send the CA in the chat. Gonna ape another fact. Got a runner on the map. Solana sniping like a gat. And the Zoe is moving quickly. I'm the squeezing where they at. I'm trying to bring the milk ones back. 1,000x is gonna land. I got it chilling in
know
the
it.
back. And the gas fees are gonna slap. Where's the
The
ticker?
ticker.
Where's
Where's
it
it
at?
at?
Yeah. Well, it's in this space, that's for sure. Thank you, everybody, for coming. We're just gonna do the whole thing tomorrow again. Stay bullish on yourself. Follow each other. Engage. Max engage, even. Yeah. Take some last words.
Stay bullish, fam. Thanks again, you guys. We'll see you tomorrow.
We out. Let's go.
Let's go.